dead.
Just about. Sorry, I was just
That's all right.
just getting started.
Just while we're waiting for him to go up, how are you doing in general, mate?
I'm doing good. I'm missy though. I have learned how to stand up without hands, and that is amazing.
All right, hello, we are back. I am sorry about that, folks. Unfortunately, my Streamlabs crashed. So, if you are watching this on the replay, this is still the same stream that was live, but this is now part number 2. We are still playing what was game number 4. You've missed no action. If you watched the end of the last one, we'll now be starting it straight back here.
Understandable.
Oh, right. I've got so many choices of what to do. Because don't get me wrong, I know you're both going to target me like the cowards you are. But I've got choices.
I don't think I can really get you down.
All right, so
I
am now back.
Me,
So just really quickly, the annoying thing about YouTube is that now that that's done, you can't just click go live again. You have to like make a new event and like set up all the details and then click go live. And annoyingly, what that means is that now on my YouTube channel, there's going to be 2 separate videos. So I'm going to have to name one part 1 and one part 2. I'm going to have to look into it because that's the same thing that happened to me last week. And I've caught it now. It's not YouTube having an issue. It's actually Streamlabs. Streamlabs, it doesn't completely crash, but I think the connection gets lost. I don't know. Either way, I am now back. So just where you've just resolved. And did you draw a trade to end your turn?
I drew to end my turn.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'll start my turn by drawing. Let's see, how am I going to do this? What's the best way?
Do nothing.
Honestly, there's not much I can do, to be honest. I've not got the best of hands right now. Do you literally, if no one is able to get rid of anything from Ollie, what's your net gain currently, just without the extra splat? Well, what did you gain just then? It was 13, wasn't it?
My net, you've just got to take one away, so
is it
it's
12?
plus 13. It's a plus 13 at the
Plus
moment,
13.
I believe.
So put it this way, Pegger, like all jokes aside, if we don't actually remove some of those cards and or drain from him, he will win next turn. That's a fact.
I got a plan.
Be honest with me.
Hey, you turn that pencil back towards foul play.
Is it a plan? Now, be honest with me, Pegger. Is it a plan that's going to erase multiple cards or just one? I need to know.
One.
Okay, I can erase one. If you get rid of either Wincy or basically, I'll get rid of one of them. If you can get rid of his other main cards, Wincy and Splat Square, we need to get rid of. So I'll get rid of one of them.
Such bullies.
Hey, we don't wait to win this early.
Always ganging up on me. I'm
going to spend 1 shard for a Malleum Drake. Sorry, Malum Drake, not Malleum. Dragon Temple, common character. Malum Drake. I'm then going to go straight to my resolve phase, which lets me steal 1 -1. I'm obviously going to do both from Ollie. Actually, just because otherwise it would be blocked anyway. And then I'm going to then, after my resolve, play Ritualistic Notion for 2.
I knew it.
Yeah, which is a common action. It means I have to sacrifice 1 card on my canvas. It does mean, unfortunately, sacrificing that Drake. He did his job.
You put the wrong sacrificial on screen.
Oh, did I? Whoops. There you go. No, yeah, there you go. Restriction Notion. And then what that does is, because I've sacrificed something on my terminal, I can choose a card to get rid of.
What would you choose to sacrifice, Charlie?
I would get rid of Splat Square.
Ooh. My little Splat Square is so cute. It's done nothing wrong.
And then I will draw to end my turn.
What does Splat Square do again?
It was a +3, but it also gave each of my characters +1 every turn. So it was a 6-card swing at the moment.
It was a really good card.
Okay.
Wincy is also equally very, very good. But the Splat,
and should be your target if you attack and can take it, which you can.
Okay, I see.
All right, so Peggy, your turn. Yeah, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to start my turn by actually doing an action, which will be Restless Research. Yep. I will be spending 2 charts to research 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3.
Just to say, I think I've lost your focus on the camera.
It's not just you. So that's why Pega has his pencil there, because his camera,
Got you.
because he's got the completely black background. I mean, yours seems to be fine because he's got the completely black background from his thing. Whenever his hand leaves the camera, his camera goes, what am I supposed to focus on? And then blurs for some reason.
Okay. So, I will not take any of these. I will just put them back down in the order I want to. And I will start my turn by drawing. Of course, the card I want. I'm going to the attack phase, which I will be a little selfish. I was going to sacrifice my Prism Stone, but I'm not. I'm going to attack your little one charge thingy on the
Trainee painter, yeah.
Yeah. And it will be gone. It doesn't die, it's just gone, you know? It's a little less graphic. So I will then go to my deploy stage, which will be me spending 2 charts on a Draco Planum library. I will then be spending a total of this is going to be interesting. So I know the next cards.
Hey Jeffrey, mate, how you doing?
I will be using. It can't be trained that far down, so I'm going to -3 and play a Monastery Keeper, which will give me the chance to research a total of 4. 1, 2.
Managed to get some wetsuits and making stuff. Nice, that'd be awesome. He did say Among Us, yeah.
So, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, discarding, that is from your hand, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do, this. No, actually, I want it this way. Yeah, I'm just quickly gonna put them the way I want to. Yeah, perfect. So, I'm gonna put that down. I'm going to my resolve stage.
No, are they someone on the server?
I didn't take any of the cards, so I didn't need to pay for any. I'm going to my resolve stage, which will be 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll be going back up to 10.
Yep.
8. And that will be almost the end of my turn. I will be drawing my next card. There we go. That's the end.
So you're not getting rid of a card then?
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of a card, so this will end my turn.
Oh, I see what you mean by when I said earlier. I said, can you get rid of one or multiple? You said you were going to attack. Gotcha.
Wait, what?
You know earlier when I was like, oh, you're going to get rid of one of those 2 cards. You're like, yeah, I can get rid of one of them. I thought you were going to get rid of Wincy, not the little trainee painter.
Yeah, I know. But
no, fair enough.
I mean, to sacrifice my Prism Stone, you know?
I mean, in fairness, you don't. Like, I think we've definitely stopped Ollie from winning for now. That is still.
Yeah, gee, thanks. Very kind and considerate of you both.
And it rings a bell, Jeff. It rings a bell.
Right. Does that mean I get to fire away?
You do get to fire away.
Right. Okay. I will draw to start my turn, and I will. Ooh, that actually changes things. I do believe.
I'm guessing you're going to tell me that he's now in our server, as in now on Rust.
I can go to attack. Your Pega. It's not your turn. You can't change the pencil's position. It's not your turn.
I can do it whenever.
Your character. Can I double check? Not the Impandulu, the monk.
Keepers.
Sorry, yeah.
It's a 3 cost.
It's a 3. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you want to still attack that?
Not for the moment, but let's see how we go. I will tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, and play my heroic character, which is a Copper Joss,
Very powerful.
which is a +3 with a splat 3, but she cannot be attacked.
That is right.
I will also play another trainee painter.
He's back.
He's back, baby. As well as, and I've got to be careful with this because this may or may not actually help me, but we'll give it a whirl and tap for 2 to play a defensive position. So my characters will gain protection until the end of, until my next turn.
Yeah.
So I'll go to my resolve, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a splat, 8, 9, 10 with a splat, 11, 12, 13 with a splat, 14 with a splat. So I'm back up to +14 after all said and done.
Oh
Nice.
my god. Wait a second, but we can't even attack him.
So
No.
you can use cards to erase, but he's protected to the end
You
of his
can't
next till
attack,
his turn.
yeah.
Well, you can
So-
you can attack, but just nothing would happen.
Yeah, so I will leave that there just as a reference. But
Did you
So
I was gonna say, Ollie, have you like you probably have, but just it's this would be good for Pega to learn and for those in chat that don't know. Have you ever considered using defensive position? Because it's an action, you could play that at the start of your turn, because that means that you could then use your characters in the attack phase to attack and not die. So you could use your Wincy, for example, to kill the monster keeper, and it'd be protected.
You know what? I have never actually played an action out of order of the deploy phase yet, so I need to bear that in mind.
Yeah, because you could have. I mean, I'm not sure when you had that in your hand, but you could have played that before your attack phase. You could have then you attacked with Wincy, and it would still be until the start of your next turn. So you'd have still got the rest of the effect.
Yep, hadn't thought that through.
No worries. Just
So I'll bear
just
that
something
in
to. Yeah, it's a really cool card.
Right.
My turn.
After you.
All right. I'll be honest. I'm not in a great situation at all. Like I'm basically just on the ropes here. So I'll draw. That's not really going to help me. That's not really going to help me. That's not really going to help. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a boring game for me because I'm not getting the cards how I want. So I'm literally just going to go to my resolve, which is steal 1. I'm going to steal it from Ollie because 1, he's close to winning, and 2, I can't steal from Pega right now. And I'll draw and end my turn with that.
Oh damn.
Now, in fairness, I don't need. I'd like to mulligan now. Like the starting hand I had was actually pretty good, but unfortunately, I did have some good cards out, but they've just been countered by a few cards they've had, and you do sometimes get to that point where like you then get to a point where the cards are in your hand, you're like, these would have been great if I still could have had these and stuff. So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult, right? Or is it? Okay.
If you've got an erase all characters action, that would do it.
Well, that's when he should have kept his
exactly.
That's why I was surprised when earlier he used his what's it called?
It's his rare.
A chromatic extinction. Like I'm so surprised that he didn't when I have that personally. I mean, not saying that it wasn't necessarily a bad thing to play, but when I have that card, I normally save it for like when it's going to at least raise like 4 to 8 characters. But then again, it would also kill his own.
Do is I'm going to research 1 card. This is bad. This is terrible. I'm actually going to keep the card, so it will cost me 1. I will then start my turn by I have to by trading in my research collection for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will then use my Achroma Overflow, which will cost me 2, but I will choose, well, I can either choose yellow or dark blue, I will always get 4 back. Wait, no. Right? Gain charge.
So wait,
oh,
so if
I
you...
thought it was only locations.
No, it's any card. So any card currently on your
Okay.
canvas that has a dark... So if you choose dark... Yeah, you want to choose a shard that you have the most of. For example, your Impundulu has
So
probably going to be yellow. Yeah, because you get
I'm
3 from
going yellow.
Impundulu, 1 from each monastery gates. And I think you get... What is Chroma Store House got a
That's-
yellow in it? No.
No, it
So, okay, so you get
doesn't.
5.
A total of gain a chart, yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will be gone. Yeah, okay. 5. I totally forgot it was also with these cards. I was like, my locations are terrible. I will instantly go to my resolve stage, which I know is bad, but I have... Wait, no, I can still attack.
Well, technically you should have attacked before your deploy phase, but
Well, I didn't really deploy because I
Yeah.
only did actions.
if you want to undo to
Right.
do an attack phase, we'll allow it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, with this, it's again, unless Ollie has anything against it, but I'm always happy for you to undo. Technically, if we were to play properly, you should now undo all that shard gain, then do attack, then do it. But considering that makes no difference to your
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no.
I
You
only
should-
played actions.
Yeah. But you should undo it if you want to attack, because if you wanted to attack with your Impundulu, if you ended up killing your Impundulu, then you wouldn't have got those extra 3 shards.
Oh yeah, but I'm not actually killing it anyway.
Well, to be fair, why would you be attacking? Because he's got protection.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
In some
well,
ways,
never
attack does
mind.
nothing.
It's beautiful.
So I'm just going to my resolve stage, which will be a total of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will end my turn.
If you have your legendary, you
by-
can win.
Yeah, I know.
You are on a very high shard count.
Do I have
I'm
it?
scared.
Does he have
Do
his
I have
legendary to trade? If he has his legend, because I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong. If he has his legendary to trade, he wins. If he passes to Ollie, I think Ollie wins this turn.
The problem. Okay, no. I'm actually going to do something else. I am. Wait, what is my legendary again?
Your
Question?
legendary is Entombed Elders, which is a 6 cost.
Okay.
I'm
So
guessing he
I'm
hasn't got it
actually-
in his hand then.
I don't have it. I'm going to use my rummage.
Oh yeah.
I actually am going to use it because
Okay.
I that's a total of 3 cards that I've used.
Mhm.
Which will cost me 1. So
Will
I'm
that
still
reach you?
before my drawing stage.
He still can't
Um,
win now though. Yeah.
Can't trade to value,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it, and I'm just going to trade it for 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of my turn because I traded my last
Okay.
card.
Very close though at 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I will trade the 2 to begin my turn. I will go to attack, and I will use my copper to attack your monastery
Keeper.
monkey.
Okay.
Monastery keeper. Yeah.
4 to a
And
3.
that's dead.
Yep. Would go to my deploy phase where I've got more than enough on the board anyway, but I also have a full palette in hand, which
Nice.
is +6, a prism sprayer, an infirmary to dig out.
Nice.
So there's plenty there.
Nice.
Anyway, I don't need to deploy, but I will simply resolve
Yeah.
and top that
Also,
up plenty with another
I
plus.
just looked.
Well played,
at
Ollie.
What's on the bottom?
Ah,
On the
that
bottom.
was always typical. It's
Uh,
always typical. Well played, Ollie. Well played.
Dang.
It's
that
a
was
strong
nice.
deck.
It is a strong deck, but I feel like there hasn't been that much, like, because like normally in a 3-player game, you end up that like as soon as one person is snowballing, that everybody tends to have a lot of counter cards. That in the decks that we've been playing, there hasn't actually been that many, not counter cards. What's the word? Control cards. Because correct me, in fairness, I did get rid of your 2 blueprint swells. Fair enough, but apart from that,
Well, I mean, you also interned my Wincy and
oh, in the last game,
what was it?
yeah.
So last game, I've had about, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 cards disappear as a result.
Yeah. Hey, no worries, Sci-Fi. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, and I'm afraid I need to shoot off this evening as well. Both
Oh, I see how it
having a
is.
good
I
game.
see how it is. Come in,
Yeah,
win 2 games,
Win
get
2
out.
games, walk away. You know how
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Fair
I
play to you.
really enjoyed that. Pega, good to see you playing.
Yeah, we gotta play some 1v1 sometime. Yeah.
I'll make up something special for you.
Okay, thank you.
Charlie, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Enjoy your games, gents.
See you again
with
soon, mate.
later.
Bye. Alrighty.
Are we? I can play one more.
You can do one
I
more?
have to go.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going
5,
to be
6,
playing
7,
with the
8,
same
9,
deck
10,
though.
11, 12,
Hello,
13,
Striker.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay.
So we're just rematching?
Yeah, we can rematch. I'm gonna play with a different deck, so I'm just gonna. I just need to grab. I just need to swap a card out.
I got a nice start. Think.
Okay. Alrighty, so let me just do. Let's see who starts first. It'll be me first, according to the app, which is actually fine because you went first last time, and I haven't been first yet. That's all good. I'm just giving my deck a good old shuffle. All right, so for those watching on the YouTube replay, this is now game 5. Yes, because I played 2 against Pega, then 2 with Ollie and Pega. So yes, this is game number 5 of today's stream, albeit this is now part 2 of the stream. It is just me and Pega now, so it's back down to a 2-player game. I know that we are having someone from the Achroma community join at some point, but I'm not sure when. So it's just me and Pega for now. It is 2 Draco Temple decks, actually. So I won't say which legendary, but I am playing a Draco Temple deck, which is a Chroma deck. And Pega, you say you're playing the same deck. So again, that is a Draco Temple Chroma. And we know it's Entombed Elders. So, with that in mind, that is my deck shuffled. I'm going to draw 5.
Apparently a friend of
am
mine
gonna
has
mulligan
the game as well. I'm like,
Really?
wait, how? Yeah.
I mean, maybe they've, do they go to England very often? They might have.
No, they are from England, and they
okay.
apparently won it in a giveaway. I'm like, huh?
Wait, what's their name?
Arushi Cafe Corner.
She won it in my giveaway.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she won it in my giveaway.
Oh, that's Arushi.
So
yeah, I love Arushi.
So basically, it was a really kind situation. So I ordered so I bought Draco Temple first, right, Pega? I bought Draco Temple. After I had Draco Temple for a few weeks, I was like, yep, I'm addicted to this game. So I bought Curse of Curdle Hill, but they accidentally sent me another full set of Draco Temple. So I spoke to the devs and I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to send back the Draco Temple and you give me the Curdle Hill? And at this point, because I'd already been doing loads of streams and videos for them, they were like, look, keep the Draco Temple, but we'll send you the Curse of Curdle Hill. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do with these extra cards? They were like, keep them or give them away. And I was like, you know what? I could keep myself an extra pack, but I was like, let's give them away. But yeah, I did a giveaway and I actually won them.
So she has a full Draco Temple?
She has the full Draco
set?
Temple, yeah.
Oh, I thought she had the Fall of Flutterby. She probably got our cams mixed up because she was like, I got that build. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna be playing. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
We should definitely get. I haven't actually played any games with her yet. She hasn't come into stream, so hopefully she'll join us at some point. All right, so I have Mulligan, by the way, and I've now got 5 more cards, so I will start my turn. So I will start my turn by obviously. Well, I can't draw because it's a 2-player game now. I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to play Monastery Nest for 3. I'm then going to also. You know what? I'm going to have quite a simple turn. I'm just going to literally play that for now. I will then go to my resolve, which is gain 3. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing. Just a really simple turn. And yeah, end there.
Okay. Well, I'll start my turn by drawing one. I will then go to something that is might be a little weird, but I will.
I like weird.
Yeah, we like weird. I'll be spending 2 charts. Oh no, that's gaining. So 1, 2. There we go to 8. For restless research, so I can research 3.
Yep.
Deciding the order of what I'm getting.
That is fair.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm actually gonna be wait, let me quickly look at my cards. I'm going to be I actually just want to put it this way. Yeah, some cards have like research and then like in brackets like, oh, do this or that.
Yeah. The brackets are just there to basically tell you, like, hey, it just reminds you what they do basically.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pay. No, I can't do that yet. So I'm just gonna put it back. What I'll be doing is I'll be spending another. No, that's also useless. Ah.
Oh, bless you.
Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I thought I was gonna do something amazing. I will actually just go to my end my turn and draw cards.
Okay. Both doing relatively simple first turns. Awesome.
Yeah.
Playing it careful.
Aru the champ.
All right, I will start my turn then by drawing. Okay. I'm just going to do it nice and... It's honestly quite a simple turn. I'm just going to play a Monastery Gates for 1. Obviously, you've seen that. That is the... just dropped a card. That is the simple location that just gives me a single steel... single block, which, to be fair, I don't think you have any steel. Or if you do, it's not much. I'm then going to go to my Resolve, which is to gain 3. I will draw a card, and... You know what? Shall I do this? Shall I? Shan't I?
Bankrupt boy.
Should I do it?
Are we both playing Chroma decks? We are.
We are,
That's
yeah. So this is
annoying.
it's a race to 30, and it means that block cards aren't going to be as useful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No, it's not worth it. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't like gambling cards. I'm just going to say no. I've drawn a card, and I end my turn. Yeah, that's it. Turn over.
Okay.
Another simple
what
turn.
I'll be doing is I'll be
Okay.
I'll be
Come in
trading
round the mountain
cards.
when he comes.
Corruptal Portal.
Wait, you're trading that?
I'm trading it.
Wow, okay.
Reason why, because the Steel 2, it will be blocked anyway.
That is true.
Let me unlock my phone again.
I genuinely thought that was going to be useless to play, so the fact that it's now made you get rid of that, fair enough.
The action is research 2. I'm playing a deck where I can research a lot. I don't really need that, so
yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to be gaining a total of 4 charts, and then I'll be going on to my attack. I can attack. I have nothing to attack, nor do I have anything to attack. I'm going to my deploy stage, where I'll be spending a total of This doesn't really do much right now, but I'll be spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 is for the monastery underside, and the other one is for the monastery keeper. It is also it will give me research X to the places to the locations I got. So I'm going to research. I'm going to be do I want to? I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to be doing that. What I will also be doing is, because I am still in my deploying, I'm actually going to play this card, Monastery Library.
Yeah, librarian.
It will give me another research.
Okay, lots of researching, lots of card draw. Like it.
So what I'll be doing is, well, I'm researching it. I can't really pick it up.
I mean, you can. It costs you 1, but you can do it.
Yeah. I'm going to put it back.
Okay.
I'll then go to my resolve. I don't have anything to get, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to okay. I'm going to just draw, and
Cool.
that's the end of my turn.
Awesome.
I'm gonna get the W. Trust. It's a long shot, okay?
You're gonna get what? Sorry.
I'm going to get a W.
A W.
A W of victory.
Oh, I see. Hey, Bazazu, and yes, you do hear a Pega. Pega is actually streaming this right now. Obviously, you know where his Twitch channel is. So yeah, Pega does now have this game, and he is now streaming it as well. How you doing, Bazazu? Good to see you.
Hello, Bazazu.
I will start by drawing.
Such a basic little shit.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's a lot of oohs.
So
but
it's a
not,
lot of
like,
oohs.
Not anything being played.
Yeah, it's just I don't know which order to play things in, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna risk it for chocolate biscuit, you know. So I'm gonna play research collection for 4. I'll be honest, this is the card I've been umming about. I'm not normally a fan of this card. It's a bit of a gamble, but I just fancy giving it a go. I just don't know. So this is research collection. So what this is you have to discard a card at random. So I'll do that thing where I choose a card from your thing, and I then put that card in my hand. I get it myself. So fan out your cards like that for me, nice and clear. Obviously, face down. Don't show me them. So I am going to take. Obviously, the number 1 is the one that's like on top of the others. If that makes sense, that one, yeah. I'm going to go with number 2. What did I get?
I see it.
What did I get? What did I get? What did I get?
You got a crumb.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna be completely open and honest with you. That makes my day. The reason why is I'll be honest, I do have some other powerful locations. The whole reason I haven't played any more locations than these 2 yet is because I was in my head I was thinking, I know you have that card because you know you've played it in the last few games. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, if I start playing some of my good locations whilst you've not really got many, it's just gonna open the door to you playing that. So I was like, I was like, it's a long shot because I didn't know if you had it in your hand, and I didn't know if even if you did have it in your hand, I still have to, you know, 1 in 4 chance of getting it. But I was like, I want that, or maybe like your legendary. Nice. Okay, so how we're gonna do this? So what I managed to get for so for those who didn't see, the card that I've just managed to pinch from is this one, Chromatic Extinction. Now, I might have another copy of this actually. Let me just have a little look.
He's going to look, guys. Yeah, he took my best card out of my hand. To be fair, I didn't want him to have any other ones either, so...
Yeah, you probably have some good cards as well. Yep, I do have a spare one of those cards in my collection. So there we go.
To be fair, this is not like game changing for me too much.
Nah,
like,
it's
the other
fair.
card I had was way better.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still
It would
glad
have
of
cancelled everything.
that. Bazazu says your setup's quite nice for card games. Do you manually control cards? Hey, thank you very much, Bazazu. So the thing that I've got there, which is the card info. So do you remember one of my friends and head mods, Kieran? So Kieran, as you know, is very, very techie. Do you remember that whole chicken bot I used to have in my stream? So that's based off a website, and he has done it for me. That on the Achroma website, you can go to the Achroma website now, and you can go to their card database, and you can see all of the cards that it's on their database. What Kieran wrote for me is a program which, when I press a button on my stream deck, it goes to that website and pulls down that card and displays it for me. And what's quite nice is I've given Pega the link to it. So as if I press Corrupted Portal now on Pega's stream, you'll also see Corrupted Portal. So it's just a really nice way of being able to show people that card. As otherwise, if you're new to this card game, you wouldn't be able to read what's on the screen. But otherwise, thank you. I'm quite proud of my little top-down camera setup. I'm quite happy with it. I might stream other board games and card games at some point, but for now, I'm enjoying Achroma. Okay, so going back to my turn, I've deployed one card so far, which was Research Collection, which was 100% of value. So I am going, now I feel a little bit safer. I am going to play down a, what do I want to play? I'm still not going to play it. You know what? No. Believe it or not, I'm actually still going to just end my turn there and resolve. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'll finish my turn by drawing. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a few aces up my sleeve, as it were.
Okay. Well, I'll start my turn by drawing.
By the way, you never got back to me, Bazazu. Did you manage to find someone else to replace me? Oh no, sorry, that's right. Ignore me, I'm going crazy. I just confused you for Hawk.
And I will instantly go to the end of my turn. And oh no. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
Why?
Why? Why am I annoyed? I don't know. Maybe because you took everything from me.
It's like, you took everything from me. I don't know who you are.
Okay, so I can't even do it. I can't do nothing. I can't do anything. I can't do nothing. The boy does.
Yes, that's what I was. Okay, I'm glad you got the reference. Otherwise, it sounded like I was just being rude. I'm glad you got the reference.
Oh my god! I want to do something terrible to you.
Is that a promise?
That's a promise. You know what? I actually am going to do it.
Go on. Can you do it?
Luck be on my side. I'm going to the end of my turn. I'm going to throw away my other monastery keeper.
Please tell me you have a
3.
Please tell me you're going to play your own research collection and try and get it back. Okay.
1, 2.
This will be
3,
interesting.
4.
This will be really, really interesting. So obviously you could get that back. I'll be honest. I'm not going to tell you the cards in my hand, but honestly, any card I've currently got 7. I've got 8 cards in my hand, so there is a 1 in 8 chance that you're going to get it back. But I'm going to also be honest with you that there is actually 1, 2, 3. I would say 3 of the cards are like, you'd be like, worth it. The other cards are not. Every card is good. You're not going to pick up a card here and go, ah, man, that sucks. Whatever you get, you're going to be happy with. But there are 3 cards that are like, all right.
So yeah, I'll play.
Okay, so I've given them a good shuffle. So this top one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I want Buzazu, are you still here? I want you to decide if you're still here.
If you're in my stream or Pega's, go 1 through 8.
I just go 1 through 8. I need someone to say something because I cannot decide. Okay, if I don't get an answer in like 5 seconds, I'll decide myself.
I think.
Oh, 6.
Zach's going with 6.
Yeah, okay,
Welcome in, Zach.
Go for 6 then.
Go for 6, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's that card there.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Zach.
I'll be honest. If you manage,
chill.
if you do manage to get your own chromatic extinction back, what will be hilarious about that is think of the chances. Think of the chances that I steal it from you and you steal it back. Couldn't make it for today, unfortunately. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm going to be streaming for for quite a bit longer. So if you do decide to join, that's fine. But if not, it's fine. All right. So the card you got was a Prism Stone, which actually is one of the ones that I'm glad you got. I mean, it's still a good card. It's still a good card for you to get. But like, yeah.
Okay.
So
so chill. Someone else decided, and it was 6.
That is perfectly fine, Zach. No worries at all. Hope your day's been good.
Number 3 yet?
I can tell you that number 3 was it.
Oh my god, Chill! I should have listened to you.
And you know
Chill.
what? Funnily enough, when Chill said that, but did you not hear that I also said I reckon number 3, and I genuinely didn't know what colour it was. I even said, I'm feeling number 3. 3 was it? Zach says sorry for the card pick.
That's fine, man. That's totally okay.
Is it? So okay, so if you want to grab yourself a prism stone out of another deck, you've got one of those.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so is that the end of your turn?
Wait, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Oh man, if only I had a steal now, that'd be beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to start my turn by drawing. That is true.
I have 2 blocks.
That is true.
So
that is true. Twice. Yeah. So I've drawn to start my turn. I am going to. So I'm actually going to use your own card against you, and I'm actually going to play the Chromatic Extinction for 4. I know it's not the best time to use it. I could have used it for Link, but I have a reason for it, and I'm just going to get rid of your 2 characters. So that obviously, that Chromatic Extinction now goes into your discard pile, by the way. Because obviously it was your one. And the reason I've done that is because I now want to play a character, which I didn't want you to then use your characters to get. So I'm then for 3 going to play Ceruleum Draco. 1, 2, 3. Ceruleum Draco's action, I'll bring it on the board as always. It means that you have to discard a card from your hand at random. So ban out your cards again for me. You don't need to shuffle them, just shout the cards. I'm going to say card number 3, the one that's at the bottom.
No, here, get this.
Oh, so the Prism Stone, okay, that goes in my discard pile now. There we go. We've gone full circle. So I stole your yeah, no, ignore me. Right, so yeah, that's been done. And then the last card I will play for this turn will be actually my own Prism Stone. I had 2 in my deck, so one's been discarded, one's here. That will cost me 2. So I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is a very healthy +3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I will finish my turn by drawing.
I am broke.
Yeah, you're broke. But at least you've got an upside down house.
Shut up. Oh,
Sorry,
you end your turn, right?
Yes, yeah, my turn's over, yeah.
Okay, so I start my turn by drawing. Oh, thank you for giving me this card. This is absolutely useless.
Oh.
I will go instantly to the end of my turn, and I will be... Oh my god, I hate this. Another card that blocks, and it gets me up to, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn. Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, bless you. It happens sometimes. Like where you are now is a little bit where I was in midway through that last game, where I was kind of like, I've got nothing on my board, I haven't got really that many shards, and the cards I have in my hand or the cards I'm drawing use. It is a little bit annoying when it happens, but it's one of those things of card games. So I'll start my turn by drawing. I'm going to play... I'm not going to attack. I'm going to play Draco Planium Library for 2, which obviously you've seen that one before, but I'm going to continue putting them on the boards.
Hey, nice that you have actually 2 to play it.
Yeah, I know, right? So I will do my once during my turn to research 1, so I'll look at that. I will pay 1 to keep it. And I'm then going to just go to my resolve, which is going to be... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Up to 14.
The thing is,
I
don't think I've lost already, but I'm not looking.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a few turns. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the end.
Yep.
I'm just going to try.
Oh no,
Fuck
bless
it,
you.
I'm ending my turn again.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got this card again. I hate it.
So I think I might have won. So, right, I'm going to start my turn by... This might be a good turn. I might put this as a little short. So here's going to be my turn. I'm going to trade Breath of Fire for 4 shards, put me up to 18.
Oh, he's going to do this.
I'm going to play Entombed Elders, my legendary, for 6. I'll put that on the screen. I'm then going to play Achroma Storehouse for 3. I'll put this down here, actually. So Achroma Storehouse for 3. I'll put that on the screen as well. So Chroma Storehouse has an action. Choose one color and gain 2 on my canvas for each one. So if I choose dark blue, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I gain 10 shards back, bringing me up to 19. And then for my third card this turn, I'm going to play Mirror Sanctum for 1. So it costs me 1, and I'll bring up it's a rare. So the way Mirror Sanctum works is I can copy any location, gaining all of its abilities. So I'm actually going to copy. You'd think I would go for Entombed Elders, but I'm actually going to copy Chroma Storehouse, which means I get to do another of Chroma Storehouse's ability where I choose a color. I'll choose dark blue again, because that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards again. 5 times 2 is another little 10, bring me up to 28. I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is going to be more than enough, but for reference, it is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shards, of which I only needed 2. There we go.
I swear to God, this was a terrible game.
Yeah.
Oh my
Entombed
God.
Elders into Chroma Storehouse into Mirror Sanctum. So I've actually had Mirror Sanctum and Chroma Storehouse in my hand for quite a while. These were the 2 locations that I had when I was debating playing earlier, but I thought... So in my first turn, for example, my very first turn, Pegger, I could have played Monastery Nest, Mirror Sanctum to get a second Monastery Nest, and then Chroma Storehouse. But my worry was if I did that, you would have just potentially wiped it with your Chromatic Extinction, which I'm so glad that I had that suspicion you might have done now. But yeah, I held on to it. I was saving my Mirror Sanctum either for you to play your own Entombed Elders and I was going to copy it, or for my own one, but...
I haven't played so many. I haven't played New.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played Breath of Ice.
Yeah, there's loads of cards you haven't got.
The thing is, like with this Chroma versus Chroma deck,
Mm-hmm.
all of my block cards
Become
are
useless.
quite useless because, and I have so many of them.
Yeah, it's
I
very
had
block heavy.
4 and I started with them as well.
Mm.
But I have
you know,
1 stealing, but yeah,
it's why, you know, especially with some of the decks, you know, some that I haven't found any decks so far that are one deck to rule them all. Every deck has a weakness, and when you actually look at the 3-player games that you and me played with Ollie before this, even though you didn't win either of them, Ollie won both. He was fantastic. You still, and arguably, you came second in both of those games because you were getting your block down, which was stopping me from stealing from you, and you were keeping yourself healthy. So, you know, it's still a very good deck. It's just that when you play Chroma versus Chroma, mine was a much stronger Chroma deck because you just had lots of block. That Vast Volataris, by the way, it's such a shame you haven't had that yet. Vast Volataris, you know, how many times have you researched during this game? You had so many cards in your hand at times.
Yeah.
If you'd had Vast Volataris, that could have won you it, mate. It's just sometimes it's luck of the draw.
I was close to getting Vast Volataris in the last game, but like the next turn, Ollie won.
Yeah.
But yeah, my plan was technically, because I had the storehouse, my plan was to get as many of the like dark blues up and then instantly winning, but I couldn't get, like, I kept getting
it's fine.
the stupid, what is it called, that one block. I hate it.
Yeah.
This one, I don't like it.
Yeah,
the Monastery Gates. It's good because
it's a good one to trade.
Costs 1. Yeah, it costs 1, or like just to trade as well. But like, it can block, but in a Chroma versus Chroma, it's quite useless.
Yeah. So was that gonna be your last one?
Yeah, because in 5 minutes, I have a movie to watch.
That's fine. Right, I will leave you to end your stream then. For those that are watching my stream, I'm not ending. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to quickly run to the loo, and when I come back, I'm going to actually be playing some solo Achroma, which I'll explain more about in a bit. But for now, Pegga, thank you very much for the games, mate. That was a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate that you can't raid me, but you can always be like, hey, guys, here's the link.
Yeah, here, guys, here's the link.
But hey, yeah, raid someone else. But yeah, speak to you soon, Pegga. Thank you very much, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Cool. So I'm just going to deafen for now. So yeah, give me 2 seconds, folks. I'm just going to run to the loo. I won't be a moment. And then when I come back, we're going to play some solo games. Okay. All right, folks, I am back. So, as we are going to be playing... so, I should say, folks, if anybody is watching and has Achroma and would like to join me, you are more than welcome. We are still going to be playing for a few more hours. I'm actually going to put that in the Discord as well, actually. Okay, so we're going to jump to a different scene because when we're going to go to, is it this one? There we go. I would be, but I'm having dinner in a few. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm still going to be streaming for potentially a couple more hours, Zach. So if you fancy joining after dinner, I will still be live. If not, it's perfectly fine. So yeah, we're going to look to play some solo mode, to explain, there is not normally a solo mode in Achroma. But one of the members of the Achroma community has come up with their own custom rule set that works for playing against a NPC. So I played this actually on the last stream and it worked quite well. It was actually relatively balanced, but he's actually reworked it again to apparently be more balanced and be more clear about some of the rules. So we're gonna have a go. He also asked me to have a go at doing some full Flutterby games because he hasn't tested how Splat and Squish work. So let's give that a go. So I'm actually I've only got 2 full of Flutterby decks made at the moment. One is our lovely Funguar deck. The other one is a Copper Joss Painter deck. So we're going to go with those 2. Although I do need to double check. I feel like this might be missing a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It is missing a card, and I know what card it's missing. I normally have 2 Blueprint Swells in here, but the other one is in the Funguar deck. So I'm actually just going to have to get a random card and put... Has this got a promo card in it? If not, I'm just going to give it a promo card and call it quits there. Yeah, I'm just going to chuck a promo card in. Yeah, it is really cool. Did you watch any of my last stream, or have you watched any of my replays of it? Have you, seen it in action? There we go. So I'm just gonna add a Fall of Flutterby promo card into that deck, and that's now 30. All right, so I'm gonna play the Funguar deck. You watched a bit of it, cool. I'm gonna play the Funguar deck, and I'm gonna let the NPC play the Copper Joss. So let me just give this a quick shuffle, and then we'll get started. But no, it is really cool. I mean, where this all came about was if you caught up on the Achroma stream, you know, the actual, the official one, they actually mentioned that they are working on a solo mode for the future. Or I'm not sure if they're working on it, but they've said that it's something that they're looking into. And that kind of sparked interest with me and this other guy. We were like, yeah, he's like, you know what, I'm going to have a go at my own. And he's done a really good job. He's done a really good job. Okay, so that is the NPC's deck, which will be there. And then let's give my Funguar deck a bit of a mix-up. That'll do. Now, unfortunately, there is no way that I can do the only thing that I wish there was a way that you could do an offline game that has 2 numbers on it. Because I can do an offline game for me, so I can see my 10 shards, but for the NPC, I'm going to have to use a dice, which is fine, but it's going to be harder for you guys to see what shards are on, so I'm going to have to, verbalize what shards are on. I've got a purple D20 and a D10 here. So I'm going to start with the D10 and start them off on 10 shards there. You guys might be able to see it, but I will always call out what shards they're on. Okay, in the meantime, let's just download this. Excuse me. So, I have got the rules up. If anybody wants the rules, the PDF is in the main chat of Achroma Discord. But otherwise, let's get into this. So, for those that are watching on the YouTube replay, we are now looking to start game number 6. Yes, this is game number 6 of the stream. I am now by myself temporarily, so we're going to play a solo game versus an NPC. We are playing 2 decks from the Fall of Flutterby realm. Both of them are custom. Both of them are Achroma decks. Mine is a Funguar deck, which is a bit of a meme deck, but it's a bit of fun. And then the other deck is a Copper Joss Achroma deck. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to start first. So I'm going to draw 5 cards firstly. I am not going to mulligan. Nope. So I don't draw a trade because it's the I don't think it's actually in the rule set. I'm making up my own rule here. That whole the first player can't draw a trade against the NPC. I don't care about that. I'm still going to draw to start my turn. Okay, so I'm going to start by playing a Soaking Stone for. Ooh, I just moved that for 2. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm going to put that card back down. I am going to play the rule, but I'm just going to do it that the Achromatron always goes first. If I make the Achromatron always go first, then it doesn't matter about the rule. So let's start with their turn. So how their turn works is it starts with an attack phase, which they have nothing to attack. It then goes into a deploy, it's a mixture of deploy trade phase. So we draw 3 cards from them. As we turn over each card, they get to deploy it if they can spend the money. If they can't spend the shards, then they get to trade it. So, let's go. So, the first card they got is a Water Fountain. So, they can afford to play it. So, that will cost 3. So, that'll put them down to 7. So, there you go. There's Water Fountain. We'll put that there. And I'll put it on the screen for you guys. So, Water Fountain costs 3. The shard value of all cards with blue now costs 1 less. And it's +1. Second card to come out for them is a Drakon, which they can afford to play. So that costs 2. It puts them down to 5. Wherever 5 is on this dice. 20-sided dice are cool, but goddamn, they're annoying when you just need to find a single number. And there is a Drakon. And then the third card they're going to play is a Lost Property. So they can afford to play that, so they will. There's Lost Property. So it's going to cost them 3. So that brings them down to 2. Now, Lost Property's ability is find an object of power. So how find works is you have to go through the deck and find an object of power. So how I choose it for the Achromatron is every card is given a 25. These dice that I've bought, Zach, are for Achroma, but I also do play D&D. So how find is going to work in a solo game is every card is given a priority. The way it works is the shard cost is the priority. So 1 shard would be priority 1, a 6 shard would be priority 6. Rarity increases that. So common doesn't increase anything. Uncommon gives it a priority of 1 extra. Rare gives it a priority of... Rare gives it a priority extra of... where is it? Rare gives 2 extra, and Legendary gives 4. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the deck, and I have to find the highest priority object of power. So, for example, the first object that I found in this is a Ballistic Spell. A Ballistic Spell would be priority 2, because it's just costs 2 shards and it's uncommon. What else have we got? Prism Sprayer. That's priority, it has 4 because it's got 4 shards, but it's a rare. So that's technically a priority 6. I think that is going to be the highest one. Is there any other ones in it? There's also an Achroma Corruptor. That would be 2 + 2, so that would be priority 4. So that's not as high as the Prism Sprayer. And there's nothing else. Oh, yeah, there's that. So Prism Sprayer is going to be the object power. So I'm going to shuffle the deck because you always have to shuffle after finding. There we go. So that's a good shuffle. Now, the way in solo games it works is the NPC doesn't ever have a hand. So if a card would ever go into their hand, they get to deploy it. Well, provided they can afford to. So where the Achromatron has just dug out this Prism Sprayer, which I will put on the screen, that means they get to play it. The issue for them, though, is that they only have 2 shards, so they can't afford to play it. So that means it gets traded. So I guess, I don't know if that's good or bad for them, but that puts them up to 6 shards. So that is their 3 cards drawn. So now they go to their resolve phase, which for them is going to be +2, +3. So that puts them up to 9. Then the last phase for the NPC is they get to do a trade where they would draw 1 card and instantly trade it. However, the new rule is, this is different from the last stream, is it's a clause. If the NPC has already at least traded once during that previous phase, they skip this. So because he traded his Prism Sprayer, he doesn't get to trade again. So that is actually the end of his turn. So we'll come to my turn then. So I will draw to start my turn. It was obviously the card that I saw earlier by mistake. I am going to play a Soaking Stone for 2. And I'm also going to play a Cog's Village for 1. I'm going to go straight to my deploy resolve phase, which is to +1. And I would normally steal 1, but he has 1 block on his side, so I can't steal. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing a card. Oh, actually, I'm not going to end my turn, because it turns out the card that I've got is actually something I can play. I'm going to spend 2 to play Full Palette. I'm going to put it on my Cog's Village, so on the next turn, Cog's Village will have an extra +6. Now I'll end my turn. So back over to the NPC. He can't attack because there's nothing to attack. So let's go to the deploy. First card is a senior painter. Senior painter, he can afford to pay that, so it costs 3. That puts him down to 6. The senior painter can splat, but we'll deal with that in the resolve phase. Next card then is Splat Square. Very luckily, he can afford to play this because that costs 5 and he has 6. So where's Splat Square? There we go. So firstly, that brings him down to just 1 single shard. All characters get splat 1, but we'll deal with that in the resolve. Action, draw a card. So he's drawn an Achroma Corruptor. But unfortunately for him, the Achroma Corruptor, he could play it, but as he doesn't have enough shards, it gets forcibly traded. So that trades up to 3. He then has 1 more card that he can play this turn, because that draw was from Splat Square. And it is another lost property. However, he cannot afford to play that lost property, so it's going to get traded for 3. So he now goes up to 6. So then he gets his resolve phase, which is +2, +3, +4, +3, so that's 7. So yeah, let's just do that first. So that's 7 + 6 is 13. And then he also has some splats. So I'm not going to worry about who splats who. I'm just going to add up all the splats. So splat 1, and then all characters get splat 1. He has 2 characters, so that's 2. So that's a total of 3 splats. So he goes up to 16. It's quite a healthy turn. Okay. And then it then goes to his trade step, but because he has traded this turn, he doesn't get to trade again. So it's back to my turn. I'll start by drawing. That is a really good card for me. So I'm going to play for 2 a Blueprint Swirl. And unfortunately, that's actually my turn over. I'm going to be honest, this isn't I'm getting quite unlucky. I can obviously show my cards. I've got 2 defensive positions and 2 Achroma bombs, which is all well and good, but I don't have any characters. So I'm just going to go straight to my resolve phase, which is, it would be steal 1, but he's still got the block. Cog's Village is +1, and then plus the full palette from before, so that's a further 6. And then Blueprint Swirl, which is currently light blue, dark blue, yellow, and red, so that's +4. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing. Finally, I've got a character that's going to help me. Oh, also, I'm stupid. Okay, I'm a little bit stupid. I completely forgot that he had his water fountain, which was that blues cost less. So how that affects it is my Blueprint Swirl would have cost me 1 less, so I'm actually going to give myself a shard. And when he played his Splat Square and Senior Painter earlier, that would have actually been that he played 1 less shard. So I'm going to give him 2 more shards, so he's actually up to 18. That's how I can rectify that. Okay, so I actually think he might win this turn. His turn then. So, firstly, attack phase. He has nothing to attack. Deploy phase. First card is a defensive position. He can afford to play that, so he goes down to 16. Defensive position is a common action. It means that his both of his characters out on the board are basically protected until the end of turn. Yeah, it's a self game. This is one of the community members in Achroma has made like a separate rule set for how a solo game should work, and we're testing it out. We did do a little bit of this in the last stream, but he's since tweaked the rules, and we're trying that out today. So the second card that is coming out is a Skynet. So that is an action. So that costs him 3. He can afford to play it. Where is the action? There it is. So it costs him 3. So that's going to put him down to 13. Now this erases any character with Okay. So this is... Okay, no, actually, this is another rule that you have to remember, that one of the biggest rules for the NPC is every move that they do must be to their advantage. So to play this right now would be pointless because it's to erase a character. I don't have one. Therefore, rather than playing it, he gets to trade it. So he actually gains 3 and goes to 19. Essentially, if a card would have literally 0 effects, then it gets traded. So second card is Trainee Painter. He can afford that, so we'll play it out. That will cost 1, so that'll go down to 18. Whether 18 is on this damn dice. There we go. You really want to get this game? I know, I really want you to get it as well. I really want... I have been... so obviously, Dry Bones, you know that in the near future, I am gonna... Like, I am allowed to talk about it, I'm pretty certain. In the near future, I am going to be having a affiliate code where people that use it will be able to get a bit of discount. I have asked them politely when that might be. I won't go into the technical details, but they can't give it to me yet until it's ready, and it won't be ready for another couple of weeks maximum. So unfortunately, it might be a little bit longer before you can buy it, annoyingly. Well, unless you just want to buy it without any discount, but... okay, so where were we? Yeah, he's played the Trainee Painter. He cost him 1. And as an action, he can splat 1, but we'll do that in the resolve phase. So, this is his third and final card. It is a Funguar. You love to see a Funguar, even if it's on the other side of the board. So that is going to cost him 2, goes down to 16. And there indeed is a Funguar. You've been meaning to ask you, how have your stats been since swapped it? I mean, I've only done this. This is, you've got to remember, Dry Bones, this is only my second week doing it, so it's really hard to tell at the moment. But so far, my average viewers has been slightly down, but that's because obviously only a few people have come across from Twitch, whereas, you know, a lot of... You did have some people that came to my Twitch stream to lurk for me, but since I've come to YouTube, they haven't followed. So at the moment, it's been a little bit of a dip. But then again, when you look at the stream for last week, Dry Bones, the overall video is up to like 55 views, which is more than Twitch. So I've been getting less views live, but more views in the VOD. But then again, you know, it will chop and change each week. So that is the end of their deploy phase. So we now go to his resolve phase. He might actually win now, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that brings him up to 24. Yeah, I think he's actually won already. Oh, wait, I'm being stupid. There's not 24 on this dice. It's 20, and then obviously 4 on this dice. And then he gets to do his splat. He gets the 1 splat from the Trainee Painter, the 1 splat from his, that's 2, and every character has splat, so that's 4. So that's actually 6 total. That is literally the perfect for him to win. He gains 6 splats. Yeah, that is 30. GG, the NPC has already won. Okay, that was not a good game for me. So... Let's try again, though, because in Achroma, as some of you guys have noticed, sometimes games can be over really quickly. I mean, when you look at the game that me and Pega played earlier, I beat Pega in about 3 or 4 turns. It literally is just how the cards come out. So the fact that the NPC just won like that so convincingly doesn't necessarily mean that that deck is OP. It doesn't necessarily mean that the NPC's rule set is OP. It just means that in that particular game, I did bad, they did good. So... I'm always going to... When I play the NPC games, I'm always going to repeat the results. So I'm now going to play the same deck versus the same deck and see if there's any difference. If that deck wins again just as convincingly, then that tells me that either that's a really strong deck, this is a really weak deck, or maybe the rule sets are a bit too much, but we'll see. I noticed in your last live stream you got 50 people. Yeah, so I didn't actually have 50 people during the stream, but between those that were there in the stream and then plus views afterwards, yeah, 50 is not bad at all. Not too shabby in the slightest. So yeah, so far I am actually very happy with the move to YouTube. It is obviously, you know, it is quieter during the stream. Like, I can't deny there are less people chatting in the stream than when I'm on YouTube normally, but that's to be expected. And yeah, I'm genuinely hand on heart fine with it. I'm doing good. I'm just really enjoying streaming Achroma. I really like it. Let me know if you want to play Halo on stream. I'll be honest, I probably won't stream it, but I definitely want to play Halo again with you, mate. I probably wouldn't stream it on YouTube, but I might do. I might record it and make a video out of it, because Halo can sometimes, it's fine. We'll see. All right, so that has been reshuffled. Let's pop that back over here. And save that card. And let's just play again. So back to 10 shards. And again, I'm always going to do it that they go first. So their first card is another Drakon. So that costs them 2. Second card is an Infirmary. Infirmary they can play, so it costs them 3, taking them down to 5. It has an action, which means you can dig for a fairy. Unfortunately, they don't have any discards, so they can't do that. And then the next card is going to be a defensive position. We've seen this before. They can afford to do it, so they will. Which means that their Drakon is protected. That will take them down to 3 shards. It then goes to their trade step, and because they haven't traded already during their turn, they get to draw 1 and trade it, which is a Prism Sprayer. That's the second time they've traded that, so that puts them up to 7. And that's the end of their turn. Oh, and also in fun news, I'm 3D printing an Elden Ring keycap. Oh, that sounds really cool. If you can actually 3D print keycaps, I might actually ask you to maybe print one. Maybe if I can get if I can get a Foul Play Gaming designed one, I do that. Welcome in, Sam. How you doing, buddy? Are you running games tomorrow? Yeah, so normally I would only do the 1 stream a week, Sam, and it would normally be on a Sunday. But because I'm busy tomorrow, like unfortunately I'm literally away from my local town, I can't be there. I'm doing it today, and I probably will get in that habit. If I can't stream on Sunday, I'll do it on Saturday instead. So today is the community game. So if you want to play, Sam, jump in. I'm doing a bit of a longer stream today. I'm still going to be streaming for at least a couple more hours. So if you want to jump on, please be my guest. Otherwise, enjoy the NPC games. You know, the community games on Sunday as well, it doesn't have to be led by me. So for example, if you want to play tomorrow, Sam, please, I implore you, put in the Discord, hey, anyone want to play for the community games tomorrow at 6? I won't be there, but you can still run it with others. Like, I would really like to see other people occasionally run it for the sake of, you know, the community. Also, welcome in, Rose. How are you doing today? Yeah, the keycap I'm making right now is made of wood filament. If you wanted one in 3D print hours, I would love that. I would love that. We'll talk about that at some point. All right, so my turn then. I'm going to start by drawing 5 cards because I didn't actually do that. Okay, so not the best 5 cards. I've got a Bounce, Carmilla Trattoria, Splat Teacher, Cogs Village, and Achroma Bomb. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start by playing a Splat Teacher for 3. Because that will be able to kill the Drakon on the next turn. I'm also going to play a Cogs Village. Oh, shit. I'm going to play a Cogs Village for 1, just because it's a good location to get down. And I think I'm also going to play down an Do I want to play an Achroma Bomb? Oh, actually, I just realized, sorry. I'm going to give him that shot back. Because Splat Teacher, I'll put him on the board. Because Splat Teacher now makes it so that any cards that have yellow in them cost 1 less. So that Cogs Village that I then play would have cost me 0. So actually, I've played that for free. I've got the Achroma Bomb, but I kind of want to save the Achroma Bomb from one of my Funguars, so I'm not going to give it to the Splat Teacher right now, as I don't really need to. So I'm just going to go to my Resolve stage there, which is +1 and +2, so it brings me up to 9. And I'm going to draw a card, which is Double Trouble. I'm going to save that for my Funguar as well, if I can. Or I might actually use it for my Carmilla if I need to erase. If they get a good location, I've now got some good removal, which is much better for this game. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I don't know if you can tell the people that make the game this, but I think the game would be really popular if they made an online version. So, okay, so this has actually been discussed before, and I actually had a in-person discussion with the devs about this when I was at one of their shows. So they have considered and are considering in the future potentially adding it to the game. What was it called? Board Game Simulator. The issue is they have made this game as a fun game to play with friends. They have never intended it to be played online. They want it to be a play-in-person card game. Obviously, people like myself, Pega, and in the community, we have found a way to play online. And a lot of people have then said since, oh, why don't you make an online game? The issue is, as soon as they make it an online game, realistically, who's going to buy the actual cards? Probably not many. And then, they've basically stood by their morals, which is they want to make a card game. They're not looking to make a digital game. I don't disagree that if they made an Achroma card game online version, sold it for 20 quid, that they potentially could make hundreds of thousands. But I think what they want to do right now is make a card game, which I respect. They might do it in the future, but right now, they're keeping it like that. Okay, so that's my turn over. So we're going to go to the NPC's turn. Start in the attack phase. So they attack first. They're not protected anymore, so that goes away. Now they won't attack because their Drakon is only 2 and my Splat Teacher is 3. If they did attack, they would die, so they don't attack. So deploy phase. Firstly is an Achroma Corruptor. Ooh, interesting. They can afford to play that. I'll put it on the board. So that will cost them 2, bringing them down to 5 shards. And that will get attached to their Drakon. Well, more options is better, I think. I don't think a physical item sales would tank. Yeah, no, exactly. It's definitely an option, but I think if they put it online now, then they wouldn't be able to sell the cards. I think the best, if I was running the business, I would continue with the cards because people love the cards. It's beautiful artwork. The cards are brilliant. I love the fact that I've got these cards. It feels nice to have them in your hand. It's great for when you have family over because as soon as you have a digital version, you can only play digitally. Whereas if, what's nice about these is that when I have friends and family over, we can play together. What I would do is keep making the card game and then maybe like 4 or 5 years down the line when the card game is like declining, like, if their sales are going down, that's when they should then make an online version and get kind of almost like another surge. Yeah, something you do further down the line when you've already got a massive base of players who will always play in person. Yes, exactly like Magic the Gathering did. Yeah. All right, so the second card they get is a lost property. So they can afford to play that, so they go down to 2 shards. Lost property, again, you get to find an object of power. So I look through the deck, and we pick the object of power that has the highest value. So Ballistic Belt has a value of 2, so that's currently the winner. The next one would be a Toadstool Cannon. That also has a... okay, so they both have the same... They both have the same priority in terms of how many shards they cost. So you then go to which one has the highest cost in the resolve. So this has 2 block, whereas this one has 1 steel. So actually, the Toadstool Cannon is the higher priority. And that is it. So it is the Toadstool Cannon. So I will shuffle the deck now that we've taken out the card. Oh, and also, sorry, I keep forgetting this. I'm actually going to give the... I've just given the NPC an extra shard because, when we played the Lost Property, it has a yellow in it. And because of my Splat Teacher, yellow costs less. So the NPC is currently on 3 shards, not 2. There you go. That's been shuffled. Oh! I shuffled it, and then I accidentally threw the cards. So I guess I've got to shuffle that again. You're going to go ahead and leave a lurk whilst you go make lunch. No worries. Enjoy your lunch. And thank you for lurking, Dry Bones. And I appreciate you chatting as well. There you go. That's a bit better. So the card that we drew was a Toadstool Cannon. Now, this is only going to cost them 1 to play because of the fact that I've got my Splat Teacher. So they can afford to play it. That'll bring them down to 2 shards, and it will go onto their Drakon. So they've now got a Drakon with a cannon and a Corruptor. Brilliant. So that is 2 cards, isn't it? No, that was 2 cards. So they've got 1 more card to... No. Yeah, they played 1... 2. Yeah, so they've got 1 more card to play. So their last card is the Fall of Flutterby promo card. They cannot afford to play it, however, so it will get traded for 4, bringing them up to 6. We now go to their resolve phase, which is 1, 2, 3, and a -1. So they go up to 9, and I go down to 8. I don't have a block out. And then finally, their trade step. Because they have traded during their draw, they skip that, so they're not trading. Okay, so my turn. I'm going to start my turn by drawing. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. So what I'm going to do... yeah, I'm a genius. So here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to play for 2 a card called Bounce. So this is going to get a bit complicated. And this is going to be something that I'm going to have to speak to Ben about. So Bounce means that I can return 1 character, location, or object to its owner's hand. So I'm going to bounce Drakon. Now, what that means, firstly, is because Drakon is going to be removed from the board, it does mean that the Achroma Corruptor and Toadstool Cannon gets erased. So that's good for me. But the way we play it is that we... remember that the NPC doesn't have a hand. So because I'm bouncing it back to their hand, what do you think I should do, Zach? I have 2 options here. Because it's back to their hand, should I, A, place it back down, but take 2 shards away from them? Should I, B, trade it? Or should I, C, which I'm thinking is the best, it should go back to the top of their deck so that it's the next card they pull out? I'm thinking that way. I think that it goes back to their drawable hand, because technically their deck is their hand, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it back on the deck. Yeah, top of the card. I think that's a good rule for it. Okay, so that was a good card. I've still got 2 more I can play in this turn. And are you ready, folks? Are you ready? We have a Funguar, which is there. Now, I do have my Double Trouble, so I could Double Trouble. Oh, and my Funguar only cost me, only cost me 1. Did I just remove... well, I started the turn on 8, didn't I? Yeah, so it only cost me 1 because of the Splat Teacher. I could play my Double Trouble now and get a second one, but right now, having 2 Funguars wouldn't make any difference to me right now because I don't get anything in the resolve. I don't want to play a second one in case that he has a way of erasing a character. So what I am going to do, though, to make him a bit more protected, is I'm going to spend another 2, and I'm actually going to give that Achroma Bomb to Funguar, so at least he's a bit more protected. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go to my resolve phase, which is 1, 2, gain 2, and I get to -1, so he goes down. Oh, but he has a block, doesn't he? Yeah, so that doesn't happen right now. Oh, wait, -1 and the squish one. So I technically, yeah, I get to -1 from him, so he's going to go down from 9 to 8. Okay, and then I will draw to end my turn. I've just got a Soaking Stone, so next turn, I'm going to get the Soaking Stone down. I need some objects of power now, really. Okay, NPC's turn. They cannot attack because they've got no characters. Their first card, we know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Drakon, which they can afford to play, so they'll play it. Puts them down to 6 shards. Their second card is another lost property. Sorry, I keep forgetting. The Drakon would have only cost them 1 because of my Splat Teacher. I keep forgetting, so they're technically on 7 shards right now. They then got a lost property, which they can afford to play, and it will only cost them 2 because of the yellow thing, so that puts them down to 5. We again get to find an object of power for them. I think there's only 1 left in this deck. I think it's that Ballistics Belt from before. Yeah, it is. So Ballistics Belt it is. Gonna give this deck another shuffle. There we go. And they can afford to play the Ballistics Belt for 2. I'll bring it on the board. So that will bring them down to 3 shards. And it will go onto their Drakon. And then that's their second card, isn't it? So they've got 1 more card they can pull out this turn. And it is another Drakon. They can afford to play it because it only costs 1. Thanks to, again, the whole minus yellow thing. So that goes down to 2 shards. We'll now go to their resolve, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the extra splat 1. So plus 7, which puts them up to 9. And now, because they haven't traded during their draw phase, they do get to trade one, which is a Cogs Village, which unfortunately for them is nothing. Because Cogs Village is a 1-cost yellow, and because of my Splat Teacher, that means it's technically free, so it actually gets them nothing. So that's quite good for me. All right, my turn then. Let's see. Do I draw or trade? I'll draw. Oh, that's so beautiful. A Blueprint Swirl. Brilliant. So, firstly, am I going to attack? Yes, I am. I will use the Splat Teacher to get rid of... I'm going to board clear, I think. No, let's work this out. So if I use the Splat Teacher to get rid of the Drakon without the Object of Power, on the next turn, so the way the NPC works when attacking, the NPC will never attack if it means they die as well. It will only attack if it's a positive gain or if they have protection. So if I use the Splat Teacher to kill this Drakon, my Splat Teacher stays alive, and on the next turn, he won't use his... Oh, he'll use that to attack the Splat Teacher. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to use the Splat Teacher to attack the Drakon. So Drakon dies. I'll then go to my deployment phase, and I'm going to play that Blueprint Swell for 2. Beautiful. And I'm also going to play the Soaking Stone. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for 2, I'm also going to actually play a Carmilla Praetorius. This is actually quite a good time to play because I know that that's the only object of power remaining in his deck. So if I use that, I can erase a location or an object of power. None of his locations are very good. I mean, I guess he has the block. Nah, it's okay. I'd rather get rid of the object of power because that way now on his next turn, he won't attack with the Drakon. And I can kill it next turn. Okay, so then I'll go to my resolve phase, which is +2 from that. Funguar is nothing. The Achroma Bomb and Carmilla are -1 each, but he has 2 blocks, so that's nothing. It's then just the Blueprint Swirl, which is dark blue, light blue, yellow, and red, so gains 4. Not terrible, not terrible. And I will end my turn by drawing. And I've got a Dismantle, which that's useless to me, so I'm going to be trading that. Dismantle is... Oh, wait. I guess I could use it for card draw, but that's fine. All right. NPC's turn then. Starting in the attack phase. He technically could attack and kill the Achroma Bomb or kill the Carmilla, but in the NPC's phase, they don't attack if they would die themselves. So it's not best to do it, so they won't. So we'll go straight to the first draw phase, which is a full palette. Full palette he can afford to play. So it costs him 2, bring him down to 7. And we'll attach that full palette to the highest priority. So we'll put it on one of the lost properties. Second card. A Lava Fountain. He can afford to play that, so he will. That costs 3, so it goes down to 4. And that now means that my Splat Teacher means that everything costs 1 less yellow. Oh, also, is that a yellow? That full palette had a yellow on it, didn't it? So actually, he gains a shard. Ignore me. He's on 5. I always forget about the whole shard thing. But yes, reds now cost 1 less as well. So even more for me to remember. Okay, so last card for his turn is a Squad Leader, which he can afford to play. It'll bring him all the way down to 1 shard. So Squad Leader is a +2, and it's Splat X for each painter on your canvas. Unfortunately, there are no other painters currently on his canvas. So resolve phase time. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the full palette, which is another 6. So he gets 12 shards. Wow, puts him up to 13. It's actually quite a good resolve phase for him. Wherever 13 is on this dice, there it is. And then that full palette will disappear. Okay. Alrighty. So my turn. I'm going to start by drawing. Oh, that's what I'm getting so lucky. The fact I got Blueprint Swirl and now this is my win condition. I like Flutterby and Curdle Hill, particularly the former, are stronger than Draco. Some of the cards are just so good. Probably make excuses for not being good in my deck yet. So here's my opinion. I feel that Curdle and Flutterby are more aggressive realms because there are more controlling and have, you know, they do have some stronger cards for gaining shards quickly. But Draco, the Achroma decks can be really strong, but they take a while to set up. The Drake decks, there are a lot of control cards. If you build a deck correctly and it comes out right, there's a lot of control. It's really hard. I wouldn't even say there's one particular realm that... I can't think of which realm is best because I've lost with all realms and won with all realms. It's so weird. But yeah, so I've just drawn a splat square. That's brilliant. So I'm literally going to do that. In my attack phase, firstly, I am going to... Ooh. I've got a slight problem here. And that is... Next turn... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Because when... Okay, I need to... When the NPC attacks... I need to see. Who did he attack? Let me see who he attacks. So you choose the lowest priority... Yeah. Choose a card on the opponent's canvas as a lower shard strength. Don't forget the principle. Yeah, stand by. Okay, so the way it works is if I leave the squad leader alive, next turn the squad leader will attack the highest priority card that it can afford to kill. That would be the Splat Teacher. So actually, yeah. So I'm going to use my Splat Teacher to kill the Drakon, but I'm going to leave the squad leader alive. Well, there's no other way I could kill her unless I sacrifice my Funguar, which I don't want to do. But that's fine because it means next turn the squad leader will attack my Splat Teacher, but I'm okay with that. So I'm now going to play Splat Square. Now, normally it would cost me 5 for Splat Square, but because there is currently 1 less yellow and 1 less red, it actually only costs me 3, which is really good value. You know what? As I can afford to, let's play another location. It's going to only cost me 1 thanks to the whole red again, but I'm going to play a Soaking Stone. So now I go to my resolve phase, which is +1, +2, plus... that's 5. So that's to start with +5. I have 1 steal and 2 minus. The 2 minus the steal and minus gets blocked, so I get to minus just 1 from him. So that goes down to 12. And then also my Splat Square, all characters on my canvas get Splat 1. So that is... basically, that's 3 that I get to gain. Oh, I also didn't draw the card from Splat Square. I'll do that now. Hey, it's another Funguar. And then lastly, my Blueprint Swirl. I gain 1 for each of the color shards I have. I have every color on the board except for pink, so I gain 5 back thanks to my Blueprint Swirl. That's a nice resolve phase. I will end my turn by draw... Oh, actually, how many cards have I played this turn, folks? I've only played 2, right? Yeah, I've only played 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play defensive... No, actually, I won't play that. Yeah, I'm actually fine with this. I'm fine with this. You'll see why in a moment, folks. So yeah, I'm gonna literally just end my turn there. I find the control in Draco to be the best, especially the Drake discard deck. Yeah, that's my personal opinion as well. Is that Drake has the most control? I don't know. I guess because Curse of Curdle has a lot as well. I'll be honest. Flutterby doesn't have very much control, but it's really hard to judge. All right, so on to the NPC's turn then. So to begin with, their attack phase. Their squad leader has 3 targets. Technically, it could kill any of them, so it goes for the highest priority. So Splat Teacher is 3 shard value plus 1 for the sake that it's an uncommon. So this has a priority of 4. My Funguar has 2 and 2 because it's got 2 for the Funguar, 2 for the Achroma Bomb, but it wouldn't attack that anyway because it would die. If it would be a trade, it doesn't attack. It could attack and kill the Carmela Tratorius, but that only has a priority of 3, 2 for the shard and 1 for uncommon. So it will attack the squad Splat Teacher, which will kill it. Whoop. It then goes to its deploy phase. First card is a Trainee Painter, which it can afford to play. So that will cost 1 down to 11. Perfect. Second card is, its very own Blueprint Swirl. Now, it can afford to play it, so that would be 2 down to 9. And its last card is a Senior Painter. So Senior Painter normally would cost 3. But now, obviously, my Splat Teacher has gone, but he still has the Lava Fountain, so it only costs him 2. So that'll bring it down to 7. So his Resolve phase then. So let's go with the standard numbers first, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So adding 6, that puts him up to 13. Then let's do his Blueprint Swirl, which is light blue, dark blue, red, green, yellow, pink. That's everything, isn't it? Yeah, he's got... his Blueprint Swirl is getting him 6. So that puts him up to 18. And then finally, all of his splats. So that's a splat 1. That's a splat 1. This one is splat for each other painter. There's 2. So that's 2, 3, 4. He gets 4 splat as well. That puts him up to 22. Holy crap. He's going to win next turn if I don't do something. That's actually really good for him. Have I got any control cards? Shit, I don't. Okay, this is going to get interesting. So, I am going to start my turn by drawing a card. Ooh. Okay, so here's my thoughts, folk. What I could do is I could play a double trouble before my attack phase and double up on... No, here we go. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play double trouble and I'm going to double up on... Even though I want to double up on Funguar. Yeah, it is a close game. Firstly, playing that only costs me 2 because the Lava Fountain, thankfully, lets me only do 1. So it costs me 2. I'm going to double up on Carmela Traitoria. So technically, this is what I've just played, which means that I can erase a location or object. I'm going to erase his Blueprint Swirl because that is crazy that he's getting +6. Now, I'm also... Oh, yeah, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I've got defensive position, folks. So if I now play this for 2, although, again, it only cost me 1 thanks to his Lava Fountain, which is a common action. You're heading off. Good night. Hey, no worries, Zach. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. I'm glad you... hope you've enjoyed watching, and hopefully we'll get a game next week. So by playing defensive position, it means that all of my characters are now protected until my next turn. Now they're protected, it means they can attack and not die. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Funguar to attack his squad leader. Now, that will get rid of my Achroma bomb, unfortunately. But that will do enough damage to kill his squad leader. I'm then going to use Carmela Tratorius to attack the trainee painter. Unfortunately, I cannot attack these. I could attack the senior painter, but I wouldn't do enough damage, so I can't attack them. But they're still protected till my next turn anyway. Brilliant. Okay, so it's still my turn. I've played 2 cards and I haven't even got to my deploy phase yet. So now it's my deploy phase. What shall I do? I'm not gonna play my other Funguar just yet. There's not really much point. I'm not gonna play Dismantle because it's kind of useless. I might actually trade that. Do I play Advanced Scouting Party? Actually, I am gonna play it because it costs me 1 less. So you know what? Let's do it. So I'm gonna... Actually, if I play it, I can't... I've already played 2 cards a turn, so that's fine. I'm still gonna play it. So I'm gonna play Advanced Scouting Party. It's one of my rares. Oh, sorry, it's uncommon, isn't it? So it costs me only 3. I get to draw 3 cards, which is a full palette, and the Flutterby promo card. I get to trade one of them. Unfortunately, the trade value is going to be 1 less. You know what? I could actually win next turn if I double full paletted, potentially. I'm actually going to trade the Fall of Flutterby location, which will give me 3 back. Okay, so that's actually worked out quite nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my Resolve phase next, which is +1, +3, so that's +4. My Blueprint Swirl is currently 5 because I haven't got a pink on the board. And then I get to -1 and steal 1, but those both get blocked, so nothing happens. Oh, and all characters on my canvas get splat 1, so that I have 3 characters, so they splat each other, so that's an extra 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to win next turn. So I end my turn by trading a dismantle for 3. Yeah. If he doesn't win on this turn, I have 1. Admittedly, he is on 22 shards. Ooh, this is close. He has a net gain of 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, chat. He has 22 right now. He has a net gain of 4. Depending on how many cards he trades, if any, or what cards he plays, he could win this. All right, let's see. So, firstly, his attack phase. He will not attack because because I've got my protection for until my next turn. He can't attack, so he won't attack. You've been fishing for an hour and have 30 sharks. Holy shit, dude. That's amazing. But I'm guessing what that means, though, is you still need to go and safely take those to Fishing Village, right? So first card that he plays is his own Funguar. It'll cost him 2, which he can afford to do. Oh, yeah. Do we know where the nearest one is, Jeff? Second card is another Funguar. There is 3 Funguars on the board, ladies and gentlemen. That will cost him another 2, so it puts him down to 18. This is actually helping me, though, because these are cards that are not going to gain him anything in the resolve. And the third and final card that he gets to deploy this turn is a Water Fountain, which he can afford to play, so it costs 3 down to 15. And this is the same as... Oh, no, wrong one. This is the same as Lava Fountains, so now Dark Blues cost 1 less or cost 1 less to trade. So then go to his resolve phase, which is not going to win him the game. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a splat, so 5. That puts him back up to 20. 20, which is there. And then it comes to Might. And then he gets to do his trade step, which, as he hasn't traded anything, he does get to. It is a Skynet, so he gains 3. It goes up to 23. Then my turn. This is, well, I guess I could just resolve and win, but technically I would draw a card. I'm going to just do it for the sake of doing it. If I play, I'm going to play another Funguar just purely because I can. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm being silly. There's literally no reason for me to play a return. I'm just going to go straight to the resolve. Look, gain 3, bang, bang. Let's not get complicated here. There we go. That was a really equal game. And what that shows is that the NPC is clearly quite balanced. It's just that last game I played before where it defeated me really quickly, I just got really unlucky with my cards. So you know where 2 are. 1 is covered in a roof camper's bases. Also get a load of animal fat and food display. Ah, yeah, of course, because I'm guessing all those fish, all the fish that are not worth scrap, you just then cook or get rid of. Awesome. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to play another solo game. Unless anyone wants to join. If there's anyone that's currently watching that is in the Achroma community, then obviously feel free to join. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to play another game against the NPC, but I want to see how hard is it for me to kill the NPC when I'm using an Achroma deck. So I'm going to try and I'm going to see if I can kill him, basically. I'm going to give them the same deck, so they're going to have that same Copper Joss deck, I think. Oh, actually, no. Let's go something different. So, Sam, if you are currently in the stream still, Sam, I would like you to pick my deck. Am I going to go for a Conjure Otrix deck? Or am I going to go for a Tenebris? Because those are my 2 Achroma ones available. Jeffu, if you're still in the stream, I want you to pick which is a Achroma deck that the NPC is going to use. Now, I won't read out all the names because I appreciate I don't know them. But if I just say to you, do you want Dexter, the really cool dragon? Kara, the really cool witch? Entombed Elders, the spooky graveyard? Or, actually, no, those 3, because the other 2 decks are the ones I've used. So just choose deck 1. Jeff, tell me 1, 2, or 3. Dexter, Kara, or the spooky location. And Sam, if you're still in the stream, choose Otrix or Tenebris. And if I don't get answers in the next kind of like 15 seconds, I'll just pick. You want the spooky deck? Cool. So the NPC then is going to be playing what's called Entombed Elders, which this is actually a very strong deck. I've made a video on this one called the Stronghold. I will play. You know what? Let's keep it within Siege. Let's keep it within Siege of Draco Temple. Then no. I want to have a go at my Otrix deck again. I'm going to play Conjurer Otrix. Okay, so we're going to give this a go. I'll give him a bit of a shuffle first. So, in terms of Rust, Jeff, are you guys any further on like other bases, or are we literally still running from your small little base and the fish base? And is there still the materials available so that if I do come on later, I can just build the base, or did you have to use them? Did you have to use them to make your fish base? Which is fine if you did, but I just need to know, like, when I come on, can I just make the base straight away, or will I have to do a bit of farming? Need to farm? That's fine. That's no worries. In the area that we live, that doesn't take long at all, so it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Right. I've given both decks a good shuffle. So the deck that the... Did I just throw a card? No. I didn't, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. No, I didn't. Okay, so the... there we go. There is the deck that the NPC has got. And here is my deck. Okay. So in normal fashion, we'll let the NPC go first. Start their dice on 10. So I've actually forgot to do an intro for the last one, but I'll do an intro for this one. So for those that are watching on the YouTube replay of the stream, this is now going to be game number, let me think, I did 2 with Pega, 2 with Ollie, another 2 with Pega. I then done 2, I've done, I did 2 with Pega, then I did 2 with Ollie, I then did another, no, I did 1 more with Pega, that was game 5. Yeah, he did 1 more after that. I then did game 6 was the first, yeah, game 6 was the first NPC one. Game 7 would have been that one that I just did, but I didn't say game 7, so this is game 8. Okay, so for those that are watching on the replay, we are now going into game number 8. This is, again, me versus the NPC, and I am playing with a Achroma deck, which is from Curse of Curdle Hill. It's got Conjurer Otrix in it, and the NPC is playing both are custom decks. The deck that the NPC is playing is a Siege of Draco Temple deck with Entombed Elders, and for those that have seen my other YouTube videos, that is the Stronghold deck. If you want to check out the Stronghold video, you can see that in there. So, starting with their turn. So they can't attack, so they will deploy. They've got a Prism Stone. Now, Prism Stone cannot be played because it's an object, and they've got no characters out, so therefore gets traded, so they got to 12. Their second card is a Achroma Overflow. Again, it cannot be played because there's currently nothing on their canvas. That's quite unlucky, to be honest, which means it gets traded, putting them up to 14. And their next card is a Minima Draco, which they can indeed play. Minima Draco costs 3, so that puts them back down to 11. It has an action, which is choose a player, draw a card for each character on the canvas. I don't, so they don't get to do that. It then goes to their resolve phase, which is just a simple +1. So that puts them up to 12. And then they go to their trade step, but because they've traded already this turn, they don't get to trade again. So that is the end of their turn. Nice and simple one. All right, for me, I'm going to draw my first 5 cards. I should have done that before. That is a lucky start, folks. I've got my Conjurer Otrix. I've got Road to Ludlam, Block Out the Sun, Curdle Lane, and Magnuson Investigation. So I could play my Otrix this turn and claim that Minima Draco, but I'll be honest, I'm going to try and save this in hope that he plays one of his... well, actually, what? I'm trying to think what... There aren't actually that many characters in that deck. I'll maybe give it like 2 turns and then play her. So let's start my turn then by drawing. Rabid Dog is pretty good. So I'm going to play a Road to Ludlam for 2. I'm going to then play... I'm also going to play a Curdle Lane for 1. I don't think I'm going to play anything else, to be honest. Actually, I am going to play my rabid dog because he won't attack it because it would kill him. So I'm going to play for 2 my own rabid dog. And I'm going to end my deploy phase there because that is all my cards. So for my resolve, that is steal 2 -1, which I can do from him. So I steal 2, so I go up 2, and he goes down to 9. And I will end my turn by resolving. Oh, nice. I've got Murky Mana. Now, admittedly, Murky Mana would have been better if I could have done Murky Mana into Otrix, but I'm still glad that I got this quite early because otherwise you don't get a chance. So I'm actually going to play that next turn and see what else I can find. Okay, their turn anyway. So they start in the attack phase, which he won't attack because it would have been a trade, which he wouldn't do. We then go to the deploy phase, which is a Monastery Gates. Now, that's actually not normally considered a very good card, but for them, it is going to be good because that is a block, which they will need. That puts them down to 8. Next card, a Prism Stone. This is their second Prism Stone. It costs them 2, so that'll go to 6, and they can afford to play it so now. So it goes on to their Minima Draco. Next then, or their last card, I should say, is a Restless Research. So they can afford to play that. It is a uncommon action. It costs them 2, so that puts them down to 4. And it allows them to research 3. So the way this works is we do it one at a time. So the first research, they look at it. They pay 1 to keep it, so that puts them down to 3. They cannot afford, however, to play it, so it gets traded for 4. So they put them up to 7. Second one. Monastery Keeper. They can pay 1 to keep it. It's up at 6. And they can afford to play it. So that costs 3. I'll put it on the board. So they can keep that, puts them down to 3. And before we do the last part of Restless Research, we actually now have another action, which is to research based on how many locations. We have 1 location, so we'll do that now. So this is the research 1. So pays 1 to keep it, which puts him down to 2. He cannot, however, afford to play it because he only has 2 shards left. So that gets traded. So it goes back up to 4. Now we go back to the final research, which was from Restless Research. So he draws another 1. It costs him 1 to pick up, which puts him down to 3. It means that, unfortunately, he cannot play that. So it does also get traded. So he goes up to 6. Wow. A lot of researching there. That was his third and final card. So now he goes to his resolve phase, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts him up to 10. And then finally, his final trade step he doesn't do because he's already had lots of trade during that turn. So it comes to my turn. Okay, so I'm going to start my turn by... So I'm tempted to play my Major Selite Investigation because I could claim the Monastery Gates to remove the block and then also take the Minima Draco, which is currently all of his gain. I could do that now, or I could save it till next turn because I know that there are some powerful locations in that deck, including his Entombed Elders, and I kind of want to save this to take his Entombed Elders. So I'm going to save that for now. I'm going to instead go with my original plan, which was to play Murky Mana. So this costs 6. It does bring me all the way down to 1. So admittedly, that's my turn basically over. So I now get to look through my deck and find any card with an Achroma and play it for free. This is going to be interesting. Actually, I might do my Occultist Den because that costs 5 normally and is a steal 2. I can't think of anything else that I would play that's going to be more beneficial than that, to be honest. Or maybe Selective Diminish, a raise up to 1 character, 1 location, 1 object of power. That could be quite good, actually, because that would get rid of his Monastery Gates. Yeah, as much as I really would like Occultist Den, I'm actually going to go with... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Selective Diminish, actually. So let me just shuffle my cards first, then we'll go through that what it is. I guess that's a quick shuffle. So Selective Diminish is that one. So I get to play it for free thanks to Murky Mana. I get to erase up to 1 character, 1 location, and 1 object of power with any of the colors. So actually, I can board wipe, because if I choose that character to get rid of, that also gets rid of his object, because it would get erased with it. Sorry. Oh, no, I'm being stupid. I couldn't board wipe. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll choose that character, that object, and that location. So I can still get rid of... Oh, no, it'd be the same anyway. Whichever way you do it, it's always going to be 3 cards, but I'd rather get rid of the Minima Draco. So yeah, I'll get rid of the Minima Draco, that object, and that location, leaving him with just his Monstrous Keeper. So that's a really good turn by me, if I don't say so myself. I will then go to my resolve phase, which I can steal 2 now, so I can gain 2, and he goes down to 8. I also get to -3, so he goes down to 5. Cool. And then I end my turn by drawing. I got a Drain the Woods, which isn't actually that great right now. Drain the Woods would hurt me more than it would do anything. I might actually trade Drain the Woods, to be honest. It is a great card, but I can't see it helping me right now. Okay, so their turn. I have a feeling they're going to have a very trade-filled turn. Oh, yeah. So, to begin with, their attack phase. Although Monastery Keeper has more points than Rabid, because Rabid would kill Monastery Keeper, the attack does not go off, because it would be a trade. So, next turn then. So, first card to be drawn is a Draco Planium Library. They can afford to play it, so they do. That costs them 2 down to 3. Also, the way that a new rule that's been added for this, which is whenever the NPC has a card which is like once per turn, that must be done before any deploying. So I will do that now. So once during your turn, research 1. So we'll do that now. So it costs 1 to research, putting them down to 2. It is a Mirror Sanctum. So he can afford to play that. So it will be 1. So he plays the Mirror Sanctum. So how is that going to work? Let me look at the thing. So it's going to be the highest priority card. So the highest priority card is going to be Murky Mana, isn't it? Across both boards, Murky Mana is going to be the highest because that's 6 plus the fact it's a rare, so that's technically 8. Yeah, so he's going to have his own Murky Mana, basically. Yeah, that makes sense. So because he gets his own Murky Mana, he gets to look through his deck, find a card with black, and deploy it for free. I don't think there is, but we'll have a look. Oh, he does. He has a Search for Wisdom. He has a Research Collection. He has a Chromatic Extinction. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay, he also has a Corrupted Portal. So, I've got so lucky, folks, and here's why. So, he's got 2 cards that are rare blacks. So, if it was going to be the Chromatic Extinction, that would have been really bad for me because that would have actually ended up wiping my locations. But the way it works out is they're both the same priority because both of them are 4 cost and rare, so that's 6 priority. So your next decision step of which one you choose is which has the highest resolve amount. So because Corrupted Portal is a steal 2, he gets Corrupted Portal for free, which is still a damn good location, but not going to erase them. So I'll now shuffle his cards. And put that back. Now, as Corrupted Portal allows him to research 2. However, he has no shards to research, so he cannot do that. He's down to 1 shard. So, that was his first card pulled, wasn't it? That was his Mirror Sanctum. No, that was his researched one, wasn't it? Yeah, because he played Draco Planium Library, which was his first one. We then did the research one, which was Mirror Sanctum. So he's got 2 more cards to pull. So, right, the first one of his 2 is Chroma Storehouse. However, he can't afford to play it, so he gets traded for 3. So that puts him up to 4. And then his last card is it is the Chromatic Extinction. However, he can't afford to play it, so he gets traded. So that is 8 who he is on now. So it then goes to his resolve stage. He's killed me! He's killed me. I hadn't even realized. I didn't realize that I left myself on 3 shards because I didn't think he had any steel in his deck. His resolve phase is he gains 1, but the Mirror Sanctum is a Murky Mana. That's a -2, and the Corrupted Portal is a steal 2. So he steals 2 and minuses 2. I'm on 3. It's GG. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't even see that coming. So, wow. He was in a really bad situation, and he just pulled 2 of his rares. He pulled a rare of Mirror Sanctum, which copied my rare of Murky Manor, which then allowed him to search for a Corrupted Portal and play it for free. Oh, man, you couldn't make that shit up. What a good game. I'm not even upset that I lost to that. Let's play this. I want to play this one again through, though. I'm going to play this one again. Again, if there is anybody watching that is in the Achroma community that would like to play, obviously feel free to say and jump in. Otherwise, we're going to do one more of these. I think I'm going to do one more of these, and then if there is somebody that wants to play, then I'll play with them. If I do one more NPC game and then there is no one that, there's still no one that wants to play, I'll probably end the stream there. But I'll keep going if there is actually someone that wants to play with me. So let's just give these a good shuffle. Okay, that's as good as I can go for now. Let's put that back. Okay. Reset back to 10. And I've already forgotten. This is game number 9 now, isn't it? Yeah, it's game 9, because last game was game 8. Okay. So, for those that are watching on the Twitch... the Twitch VOD. For those that are watching on the YouTube replay, so we're now going into game number 9. Again, it's me versus the NPC, and this is the same decks as game 8. I am playing the Curse of Curdle Hill Achroma deck of Conjure Otrix, and the NPC is playing the Siege of Draco Temple Achroma deck of Entombed Elders. Specifically, these are both custom decks. That one is the Stronghold, same as the last game. Cool. Let's get into it. So the NPC is going to go first. So their first card they get is a Achroma Storehouse. Achroma Storehouse costs 3. They can afford to play it. Brings them down to 7. As the action, they can choose a color. So I will choose what is best for them, which is basically just blue. So they gain 2 shards back, putting them up to 9. And that's that one. Next card is a Minima Draco. Minima Draco, they can afford to play. That brings them down to 6. And as an action, they get to draw a card for each character on the opponent's canvas. I don't have any. Next card is a Achroma Overflow. Oh, interesting. So the way Achroma Overflow works is it costs them 2, so it does put them down to 4. I choose a color, and they gain a shard for each color they've got. Now, the best one is... Actually, I can choose any color. If I choose dark blue, they'll get 2 shards back. That is the best case for them, so that puts them back up to 6. Really, that was a wasted card for them. So, that's the end of their deploy phase. As they've not traded any cards, they do get to trade one. They're going to be trading a Dracoplanium Library for 2, up to 8. All right, so beginning with me then. 5 cards... Although I should have looked at them. First. So I've got a Wrangled Wood and a Road to Ludlam, which is a good start. A Rapid Dog is also good because I can get rid of the Minima Draco. And I've also got a Fireball, so I can actually get rid of a character or location. I might actually just get rid of their Achroma Storehouse nice and early, to be honest. Although, yeah, because I can't use that to get rid of Entombed Elders. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So, all right, I'm going to start my turn by drawing. I'm going to play my own Wrangled Wood for 3. I'm then going to play a Fireball, which costs 2. And I'm going to use that to erase his Achroma Storehouse nice and early. And then, do I want to play anything else? I think I do. Let's play... Yeah, let's steal from him whilst I can. So let's play one of my Road to Ludlams for 2. And then I'll go to my resolve phase, which is to gain 3 back and steal 1, which will put him down to 7. So we're both on 7 shards. And I will draw to end my turn. And I've got a Hostile Takeover. That's really good. I'm going to try and save that for his Entombed Elders, if possible. Okay, that's the end of my turn. His turn. Attack phase. He can't attack anything. First card is another Minima Draco. So he can afford to play that, so he goes down to 4. I won't put it on the screen because you've just had it. And the action, again, is useless because I've got no characters. Next one. Ooh, that's not good for me. A Monastery Underside. So that costs him... Oh, wait. No, he can't play that. He only had 4 shards. So that gets traded, which does put him up to 8. So he's got a good amount of shards now. And then his third and final card is a Fireball, which he can afford to play. So that'll take him back down to 4. Sorry, Breath of Fire, I should say, not Fireball. So that erases a character and location. So it erases the location with the highest priority, which is my Wrangled Wood. A shame, because that is a good gainer for me. But, hey, better to get that Breath of Fire gone. Okay, and then lastly is his trade step. Because he has not traded anything. Oh, no, yeah, he traded the Monastery Underside, didn't he? So he doesn't get to trade, and his resolve is gain 2. So he goes up to 6. All right, my turn. I will draw to start my turn. Ooh, another Fireball. I will use that at some point, but right now it's not the most important. I think I'm going to just get down. I'm just going to try and get him as low as possible. So I'm going to play another Road to Ludlam for 2. I'm also going to play a Curdle Lane for 1. And I'm also going to play a Rabid Dog for 2. So I'll then go straight to my Resolve phase, which is I get to steal 3 and -1. So I go back up to 5, and he's going to lose a total of 4, which actually brings him down to 2 shards. So I've got him on the ropes a little bit here, forcing him to do some trading. I will end my turn, however, by drawing a card. I've got Curdle Mine, which is good because that's another location I can get down to do some more stealing. This is a very location-heavy deck with Otrix. So that's the end of my turn. His turn then starts with the attack phase. He will not attack because if he did, he would trade his character, which the NPC never does. So his first card is, Vast Volataris. However, he cannot afford to play it. It's one of his good rares because it costs 3 and he's only got 2. So he trades it and he goes up to 5. His next card is a Fireball, which he can afford. So I keep saying Fireball. It's not Fireball. It's Breath of Fire. Which he can afford to play. That brings him down to 1 shard, and that gets rid of my top character and my top location. I only have 1 character, so goodbye Rabid Dog. And my top location is currently... Well, it's one of my Road to Ludlam, so that's not actually very good for me. He managed to get rid of 2 of them. Is that all 3 of his cards? No, that's been 2 cards, so he gets 1 more card. But, however, he only has 1 shard right now, so that gets traded. So, goodbye Monastery Keeper. Trades up to 4. So he's got 4 shards. And then we go to his resolve, his trade step. Sorry, his resolve phase is 2, so he goes up to 6. And he doesn't get to trade at the end because he's already traded. So he's on 6 shards. My turn. I'm going to start by drawing. Ah, yes, another Wrangled Wood. I need that. And we know that his 2 Breath of Fires have gone, so that's going to really be helpful. So I'm going to start by spending... I'm going to spend 3 to get my Wrangled Wood. And unfortunately, I can't actually play anything else, so I'm just going to resolve, which is to gain 3... Steal 1, -1. So I steal 1, and he goes down to 4. Next turn, I'm going to play the Curdle Mine and bring that out. I'm going to end my turn by drawing. Oh, I've got another Hostile Takeover. I mean, that's good. Like, if he gets any good locations, I'm just going to be taking them straight off him. Like, I've got a lot of control right now, which is going to be good for me. Okay, so goes to the NPCs then. So he can't attack, so he goes to his deploy. His first card is a Ruba Draco. He can afford to play that, so he will. I'll bring it on the board. So that costs him 2, so he's down to 2 shards. Yep, next card is a Monastery Gates. He can afford to play that, so it does go out. So he's down to 1 shard, and that's good for him because it gives him a block. And his third card is a Cerulean Draco. However, he can't afford to play this, so it gets automatically traded for 3, bringing him back to 4. So it then goes to his Resolve phase, which is a tidy 4, so it actually brings him up to 8. And then he doesn't get to trade at the end of his turn because he's already traded. So, my turn. I will start my turn by... Shall I trade one of the Hostile Takeovers? Actually... I'm going to start by drawing. Let's see what I get. Oh, that's what I wanted. Selective Diminish. Now, admittedly, it's quite an expensive card to play, but if I do this, I can erase one of his characters and his location, which gets rid of his two of his gain and his block. This could be used for better cases, but for me, I'm getting close to killing him, so I want to try and do that. So, okay, I am going to play Selective. Actually, it's an action. I can... Okay, let me do the maths. If I play Curdle Mine now, that bring me down to 4. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to play Curdle Mine for 2. I'm then going to go to my Resolve phase, which is to gain 3, steal 2. Oh, wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm going to backtrack, folks. Back down to 3. Back up to 6. I'm not going to play the Curdle Mine because I realized the whole point of doing this is so he doesn't have the block, isn't it? So I'll do it this way. I'll play Selective Diminish for 5, bring me down to 1. And I'm going to destroy 1 character, which is that one, and 1 location, which is that one. In a normal game, I would say that's not worth it, but right now I think for me it will be. I'm then going to do my Resolve. I think it works out the same way either way. You know what? It works out the same either way. But oh, fuck it. I'll stick with it now. So +3 and steal 1 and -1. So he loses 2. It goes down to 6. And then, you know what? Do I do a fireball to end my turn? No. I'm just going to end my turn by drawing. Ooh, Magnetic Investigation. I might trade that. But okay, let's see what he gets. So, can't attack. Goes into his deploy. Ooh, he got a Chromatic Extinction. This is not good. So he can afford to play that. So that let me bring it on the board as well for those that don't know what that means. There is Chromatic Extinction. So he gets to erase all characters or erase all locations. So it costs him 4 to play, which he can afford. So he goes down to 2 shards. Now, the way, in terms of which one we choose, what gives him the overall value? Right now, I think we can all agree that if he erases locations, it gives better value. So that erases all of my locations just like that. That could be the turning point in this game. Damn. Okay. So, oh, and he gets to research too. So he can pay to research the first one. So that's 1 shard. We pick it up. However, he can't afford to play that. So it gets traded for 4, putting him back up to 5. We then do the second research, which costs him 1. So it goes down to 4. Ah. And let's see what that is. It is a Prism Stone. He can afford to play that, so it goes back down to 2. And he can put that onto one of his characters. Okay. So, how many cards? That's Chromatic Extinction. That was his first card this turn, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So he still gets to draw 2 more cards. So the first one is a Mirror Sanctum, which technically he can't play because it can't deploy his location because there is none. So that gets traded. So it goes up to 3. And then the last card of his turn is another Prism Stone. So he can afford to play that. So it goes down to 1. And the way that we do Objects of Power, I'm pretty certain in the rules, it's objects always go to the lowest priority. Yeah. So that therefore this one goes to the other Minima Draco, not double stacking on the other one. Damn. And then he gets to resolve. So that is 6, 7, 8. So he goes up to 9 shards. And he doesn't get to trade at the end because he has already traded. Damn, that has screwed me over, folks. Where I was getting close to killing him. I still have some really good cards that can help me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Major City Investigation. I want him to play a shitty location. I'm then going to take the shitty location, claim it, and restrain one of his characters underneath it so he gets less. That's my plan. Okay, I'm going to start by drawing. Actually, yeah, I'm going to draw. Oh, that is definitely what I need. Jarvis, you hero. So, I am going to be playing him in a moment. So there he is. So I'm going to play him for 3. And as an action, I get to claim 1 object of power. So it costs me 3. I get to claim 1 object of power from another canvas. So I'm going to claim this Prism Stone. Thank you very, very much. So, yep, that's cool. I can't play anything else this turn, so I'll go to my Resolve, which is to gain 3. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing rather than trading. I got to block out the sun. That's not necessarily a bad card. Okay, so now we go over to the NPC's turn. Starts with his attack phase. Now, he won't attack, because again, the NPC only attacks if he would be able to do an attack, which would be a kill, not a trade. If he attacked with this Minima Draco to this Jarvis, it would be a trade, so therefore he doesn't. So, first card then is a Cerulean Draco. He can afford to play that, so he will. Costs him 3, so he goes down to 6. As an action, I have to discard a card. So I'm just going to have to shuffle my cards and choose a random one. I'll do it here so you guys can see. I'm not looking at my cards because I'm looking at the camp. Well, technically I'm looking at the screen, but I'm still giving it a random shuffle. There's no way that I can know which card is which here. And I'm just going to pick the top card. Ah, that's a bit shitty. Major Elite Investigation gets erased. That is actually a bit of a shame. That was one of my better cards. Damn. Well, that proves I wasn't cheating. Okay, so second card is Achroma Storehouse. He can afford to play it, so I'll put it out. This is not good. Oh, see, that I needed to claim that with the Emergency Investigation. That's a shame. So that costs him 3. So it goes down to 3 shards. And as the action, he can choose 1 color. I get to choose the color for him. I have to choose what one is going to be best. I think it's going to be dark blue. Yeah, it's going to be dark blue, because that will get him 4 cards with dark blue, so that gives him 8 shards back. So he goes up to 11. That was his second card. So his third card is a Breath of Ice, which he can't use because I haven't got a location, so he gets to trade it for 2. So it goes up to 13. Then goes to his Resolve step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, that puts him on to 21. Yeah, 21. This is not good, folks. Okay, my turn. I'm going to start by, right. If I was to, what can I do this turn? So I can claim a location. Yeah, I'm going to spend 3 and take his Chroma Storehouse. That would leave me on 2. I also kind of want to play Fireball and erase his Minima Draco. And then I can use my Jarvis to attack his Cerulean Draco. Although I'd lose my +3. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start my turn by trading. And I'm actually going to trade the block out the sun for 2. Put me up to 7. I'm then going to... in my attack phase, I won't attack. I'm going to play Hostile Takeover for 3. I'm going to save the other one for another location and take his Chroma Storehouse. And then... that's that gone. And then I'm good for 2... I'm going to play down a Fireball and destroy his Minima Draco. So he's now down just to his 2 dragons. And I'll then go to my Resolve, which is a healthy +5. And I will end my turn now by drawing. And I've got a... Oh, actually, how many cards have I played this turn, folks? I've only played the 2, haven't I? Yes. So I can actually now play Abundance of Quintessence. It costs me 2, and I gain 5 back. So that's actually quite nice. I'll start my next turn on 10 shards. Ooh, it's quite close. Well, actually, it's not close. He's on. Keep in mind that he's still on 21 shards, so he could still win this turn. And I've got to do a lot to drain him to 0 right now. But then again, he's also slowly running out of cards. So let's see. So to begin with, his attack phase, he won't attack because he would die. So straight to the play. Monastery Nest. That's not good for me. So that costs him 3. That puts him down to 18. Next card. Oh no, it's a double Monastery Nest. That puts him down to 15. But that's bad for me because he's going to get so much in the Resolve. And the third card is a Corrupted Portal. Oof. So, yeah, he's won this game. That's so unlucky. So that costs 4, so that puts him down to 11. He gets to research too, so we'll do that now. So the first card, he pays 1, which is down to 10 to keep. It's a Entombed Elder play. Is that ball? That is it. He then gets to research the second one, so that will put him down to 3 shards. Bullshit for him, but he can afford to play it, so he goes down to 1 shard. But unfortunately, he can't actually then do any of the researching because he's run out of shards. We have 706 animal fat. Holy crap, that's insane, dude. All right, so now it goes to his resolve phase. This is not going to be very good. He gains 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that puts him up to 13. And I lose 4 of those shards, so I go down to 6. Oof. Okay, so my turn then. I'm definitely going to be claiming that Entombed Elders. I'm hoping that I can draw a card and find something that can erase that. Okay, so I'm going to draw. Okay, that doesn't help me too much. That's a rabid dog. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to... I kind of want to get the rabid dog down. Actually, I can play both of these, can't I? Yeah. So I'm going to play Curdle Mine for 2. I'm going to play Curdle Mine for 2. And then I'm also going to play then the action Hostile Takeover for 3, bringing me down to 1 shard. So Hostile Takeover, I'm going to Hostile Takeover the Entombed Elders. So I now have 3 of his cards on my canvas. Then I'll go to my Resolve phase, which for me is to gain 3, 4, 5. And then I get to steal 3. Putting him down to 10. Okay. This is going to be tough, though, because those Monastery Nests are insanely good. And then I'll end my turn by drawing. Oh, that's... draining 2 shards from all characters and locations could have been really good for me. But the fact is, all of his characters have 3 or more. That's so unlucky. Okay, well, that's useless to me. All right, his turn then. His attack phase, he won't attack because it would be a death for him. He's only got a few cards left. So firstly, Dracoplanium Library. He can afford to play it, so he goes down to 8. We'll do the research one now. So he gets to look at 1. Pays to keep it, so he goes down to 7. It's a Breath of Ice. So he can afford to play that, so it'll go down to 5. Now, the highest priority card would be Entombed Elders, but that can't be erased, so it's going to be the Achroma Storehouse, which goes to his thing. So how does the NPC work? No, so this is an NPC. So normally in this game, Jeff, this game is not a single-player game. You have to play with another person. You know, in terms of how the normal rules are. But one of the community members has made their own rules for how you could play with an NPC. So this is a, you know, see my hand, how my hand goes over? This is me playing by myself because no friends, Charlie. And there is a custom rule set. I can briefly show it to you. Like I won't read it out. It looks complicated, but if I go to here, oh, it's over here. So you can see here, these are the rules you follow. Now, it looks quite, you know, there is a lot of rules there. But once you've read it, it actually makes, you know, it's a large rule book because there's lots of ifs and buts. But actually, the overall, what the NPC does is quite simple. But so far, considering it's been made by one of the community members, it's actually been quite well balanced. So, yeah, it's been good. So yeah, it is both me. So right, the NPC can draw 1 more card this turn, and that is going to be a Monastery Gates. They can afford to play that, so they will. That puts them down to 4. So, then's their Resolve phase. That is... Wait, have they traded one this turn? No, they haven't. Wait, have they? No, they haven't. So that is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They gain 11. That puts them up to 15. And of those, 2 of them were stealing, so I go down to 7. And they do get to trade because they didn't have anything. So they get to trade Restless Research, which gives them 4. Now, this is important, folks. The NPC is now out of cards, meaning the only thing the NPC now does is attack and resolve. So the NPC will win quite quickly unless I can somehow drain or remove their cards. This is going to be interesting. So, I'm going to start my turn by drawing. Please be something with control. It's not, but it is more steel. So in my attack phase, I am going to attack because I really, really need to get rid of some of their... As much as I need the shards, I really need to get rid of as much gain as possible. So I'm going to attack with Jarvis, and I'm going to get rid of the Cerulean Draco. That will get rid of the Prism Stone, but my Jarvis will remain alive. So it is a bit annoying that I've lost the Prism Stone, but at least it gets rid of one card on the canvas. In my deploy phase, I'm actually... This is going to be a bit risky. For 4, I'm going to play Drain the Woods. 1, 2, 3, 4. This might actually be wrong, but the way Drain the Woods works is I erase 2 shards from all characters and locations, and I gain 1 shard for each card erased that way. Now, actually, my Jarvis is technically on 2... Yeah, my Jarvis is technically on 2 shards from that attack. So my Jarvis dies, and my Curdle Mine dies. So I lose those 2, and I gain 2 shards. But on their side, he loses his Monastery Gates and his Dracoplanium Library. So I gain another 2 shards, and he loses those 2. Which, again, is helping me in the long run. So I'm now down to just 1 card, which is his card anyway. I'm also in my turn. I can play 2 more cards. I am going to play my Rabid Dog and my Curdle Mine, which takes a total of 4 from me. Because then I go to my Resolve step, and my Resolve is to steal 4. So I get to go back up to 7, and he goes down to 15. I then get to do my draw or trade. I will draw. And this is an object of power. I can't do anything with that at this time, so I'm just going to put it there. His turn. Now he can't draw or trade on that, so we go straight... Well, we go to the attack phase. He won't attack because he would die. So he's just going to resolve, which is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. He gains 9, so he goes up to 24. And I lose 2 of those, so I go down to 5. That's the end of his turn. Comes back to me. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to draw... Yes! Yes! Achroma Surge! Okay, so the card I just drew is Achroma Surge. I'll put it on the board. Achroma Surge erases all locations. So, this also erases my own locations. However, Entombed Elders, which is the... Remember, that's the legendary that I stole from him earlier. That has an ability, which is Entombed Elders. Entombed Elders cannot be erased themselves. But, watch this, folks. So, I'm going to... Oh, I love this. This is brilliant. So, I'm going to play... I will play Achroma Surge. It will cost me 3. Actually, I may as well resolve first. That was a weird-ass sound. Right. We're going to do it this way around. So, it's my deploy phase. I'm going to start by spending just 1 shard to play a Magnus Elite Muon Trap. So, it costs me 1. As an action, I get to restrain a character. I'm going to restrain his Minima Draco. So that removes another card from his canvas. So that's now restrained and not in use until that gets destroyed. I'm then going to do my resolve, because that is stealing 4. So I go back up to 8, and he goes down to 20. Then I'm going to play Achroma Surge for 3. Which will erase all locations. So that erases my Curdle Mine. It doesn't erase my Entombed Elders because it's inerasable, but all of his locations get erased. So, with that, the way you win Achroma is either by raising your shards to 30, removing all of your opponent to 0, or by flushing them off the board. I've left my opponent with no cards in their deck, no cards in their hand, no cards in their canvas. GG Foul Play Gaming. That was an incredibly close game. I almost had him midway through, but then he played his what's it called? The Chromatic Extinction to wipe out all my locations, which meant that I was on the back foot. He then had that amazing turn where he was able to get out like 2 Monastery Nests, his Entombed Elders, and a Corrupted Portal. So much gain there. But I managed to slowly chip away at it just in time. But, you know, he got close. He got up to 24 shards. My God, I'm not underselling it. That was a brilliant game. Okay, so I need to make sure that I put these cards back properly. So let me just double check I've done this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yes, I have done it correctly. Oh, I am actually chuffed to bits with how that game went. Did I even use my Conjure Otrix? Whatever happened? Oh no, that was the last game I didn't use her. I never found her in this one. Okay, folks. Now, I will offer, is there anybody currently in the chat that has a Achroma that would like to play? If there is, please speak up now, and we will play. If there's not, this is where I'm going to look to end stream. Because we've been streaming for, well, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours on this stream, but I technically did, I did stream earlier, but the stream got cancelled. The last stream was 2 hours. So we've actually done 4.5 hours, which I think is actually my longest Achroma stream. You don't have it. Out of interest, Jeff, now you've kind of watched it a little bit, and considering you can play it online, is it a game that you'd actually be interested in? I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm just asking genuinely, do you care for card games? Is it something that you think you might play, or are you like, nah, not bothered? Norris would be proud? Why have you did, because of my win? Yeah, I won that one for Norris. But yeah. Fair enough, Jeff. Well, you know, I hope, Jeff, that you're going to come visit me again at some point. Well, fair play. You know, next time you come and visit, Jeff, we can play some in person. You can decide then. All right, folks. Well, I currently have 2 viewers, and it looks like those 2 viewers are Jeffu and Idol. Thank you, by the way, both of you, for being here so long. I really appreciate it, boys. I am going to look to end the stream, lads. So, yeah, this has been a really, really fun Achroma stream. You know, we have played a total of 9 games. So for those that are watching this on the replay, obviously, if you want to play some Achroma with me, I stream this every Sunday at 6 p.m. If I can't do Sundays, like today, I did a Saturday. But you can check the Achroma Discord, and I'll always tell you when that's going to be. If you want any more information on Achroma, you can check out the links down in the description for achroma.cards. Or obviously leave a comment. If you enjoyed the stream, whether you're in it or you are watching on replay, obviously make sure you subscribe and like, comment, all that jazz, as any comments, any likes, any subscriptions all help me towards growing. And yeah, that is it. Now, because this is YouTube, we don't raid or anything like that, so we are going to look to end. I'll come tomorrow. Please do, Jeff. I'd love that. But yeah, this has been a really, really fun stream. Thank you very much, Idol. Thank you to my Ko-Fi support chickens of Mary and Liv. If anyone else wants to support me, you can do it through the coffee link down below in the description as well. I will see you guys in the next one. But otherwise, thank you very much to Ollie and Pegalinks for being my players today. Thank you to Jeffu, Idol, for being the viewers here at the end with me. And thank you to everyone else that has been in the stream and said hello at any points. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. See you in the next stream next week, or in some videos that I'll be releasing next week. I've been Foul Play Gaming, and as always, stay wholesome, folks.